Well, 7 days later, Peter, here we are yet again, week 4 of the Beauty League 2024.
It's like Groundhog Week.
Good to be back here from Braemar Arena. Got a good one for you in game 1 of 3. It is Anderson looking for their first win of the season against Element, who still has not been beaten. Alongside Peter Odney and Anna Baining joining us down at ice level, I'm Will Peterson. And yeah, Peter, another week come and gone. Some fresh faces in the mix. Notably, neither of these sides with their captains present tonight. Anderson without Brock Nelson, Element without Derek Forbert. Anderson wins, controls the draw. Kalen Addison flipping it across. Bad turnover. Ben Myers down on the other end. And a save made there by the new goaltender Jared Moe for Anderson. We have 2 new goaltenders tonight. Jared Moe for Anderson joining us via Idaho of the ECHL. And on the other side for Element, Croy Kokendorfer joining us by way of Robert Morris University. Mike Riley back in the mix this week. His second week here into Beauty League. Good to have him back. Boyd chops this one into the air, taken down by Bobby Brink, who's also back with us this week for his second week of the season. Now breaking his way inside is Ben Myers. Stick save made by Jared Moe. Myers will wheel his way up high. Forced out of the zone there by Jack Becker. He'll go to plate near his bench.
Will, the pace already, only a minute in, but the pace looks completely different than what we've seen in the past couple of weeks.
Mike Riley with a chip shot try there on the near post. Kokendorfer is able to stay with it. Now it's played at center by Alex Steves for Lieberman. In with Ben Steves. He sends a shot wide, and Ben Steves will play it on the near side. Lieberman for Alex Steves. He's got brother Ben on the back door. Works into the slot, fires this one high. Goes and gets his own rebound in the near side corner. Lieberman fighting with Mac Byers. He joined us in week 1, and now back with us here for week 4 for his second week of play. Misses the stretch pass from Snuggerud. Icing waved off. Byers will retrieve it in the corner. Going to work down low. Now here's Snuggerud up for Perbix. Play to the far side. 2 minutes gone here in our opening frame. Scoreless between Anderson and Element. Week 4 of the Beauty League here from Braemar Arena. Ben Steves, and they're going to be offside that time. The ever so rare DBL offsides call. 20 and change to go here in the first half.
I appreciate the offsides call. Let's keep it consistent. Let's call it nice and tight. Make it a game.
So we've mentioned the new names a few times. Might as well read them all in their entirety. For Anderson, 5 fresh faces. Alex Steves, Ben Steves, and Jared Moe, all for their first week of league action. Here's Lieberman down the left side, sends that one high. Mike Riley is back for week number 2, and Garrett Shifsky also returns for his 3rd game here in DBL. Fires this one across, unable to finish it off. On the other side was Keaton Middleton, one of the fresh faces for Element. Pavelchev tries to go through the legs. Boy, he pulled off that beautiful fake shot pass last week. I was watching that pretty much every night before I went to bed.
Are you still convinced that it was intentional? I'm not convinced.
Yes, 100% intentional, Peter. The fact that you have not accepted that is truly astounding.
Yeah, my mother's always called me a doubting Thomas.
Up ahead, here's Kaiser with Shifsky. 2 of the young guns on this Anderson team. Kaiser's pass is deflected away by Middleton. Now Bolby up high has the league lead in both assists and points. 10 assists, 12 points.
I believe he's tied with Ben Myers.
Yes, Ben Myers also with 12 points. Eric Holla for Tria as well. There's a few guys at that 12-point mark. We'll see if we get any more separation after tonight's games.
See, I look at the website sometimes.
There you go. Peter Odney putting his work in during the week.
Yep.
Bolby at the near point, fires it across. Over 4 minutes gone now. Still no scoring for either side. We had a pretty lengthy scoring drought to start one of last week's games, but this one's getting up there.
Well, you mentioned that Garrett Shifsky is back. I'll let you call this one.
Bobby Brink, that one fires up off the shoulder of Jared Moe.
What I was going to say is Garrett Shifsky's back for his second game, and I'm excited to watch him. I was watching him during warm-ups, and I said to you, boy, Garrett Shifsky's got a hell of a shot. I don't know where all the power comes from. Shifsky's not a big guy. I mean, he's not like a Derek Forbert who's 6'12" and 200 and whatever pounds, but gosh, Garrett Shifsky packs a lot of power into that small frame.
The 5'9" Garrett Shifsky, all freshman team in the Big Ten this past year, skating for the University of Michigan, of course, wearing that bold, I believe they call it maize stripe, as now Addison cleans it out in front, and he scores. It's his second of the season. Kalen Addison gets the scoring started just over 6 minutes in.
Boy, what a start for Addison. I don't know how often he plays below the dots at the pro level, but finding a loose puck and burying, nothing much Kokendorfer could do on that one.
It is a quick start for Anderson. They score our game's first goal, and we mentioned earlier, coming in at 0-2-1. Really, it feels like rock bottom for a team that a lot of people had pegged as a preseason favorite. And now the goal being announced by the ever so great Alex Abrams of the Minnesota Wild. This one scored. Jack Becker gets his first goal of the season. Back-to-back goals for Anderson. It's 2-0.
Wow, another close range goal, a loose puck. Kokendorfer immediately turns around. He's spraying water up into the air, refocusing, locking back in.
Jack Becker, competing in his third game, finally gets his first goal of the season. It is a 2-0 lead for Anderson.
It might be July 31st, but these guys still want to win the game.
Becker for Addison down the right side, forced into the corner by Matt Anderson. Played back through for Travis Boyd. Now here's Mike Riley. Riley working it around town on the backhand. Works his way into the corner. Centering pass deflected by Nick Perbix. And he'll swing it to the near side. Element will break out of the zone. Mac Byers down the left wing side. Byers all the way around, centering look, and he took a tumble into the end boards. Gets up all right. Matt Anderson on the far side. Middleton overskated that one. Addison will clean it up with pressure from Snuggerud. Stretch pass up ahead finds Boyd. He'll cycle through the neutral zone, gets his pocket picked by Jimmy Snuggerud. This is going to be fun. He's in with Chesley and fires it high.
Oh.
I think that one went up into the netting, but they're going to let him play on. Byers on the near side. Saw a big grin on Ryan Chesley's face once he realized that he was in one-on-one with Snuggerud. Now here's Alex Steves back the other way. On the back door, they score. Alex Steves waits till the last possible second, fires it across the crease, and it's tapped home on the back end by Travis Boyd. 3-0 Anderson.
Well, I know we just saw it happen, but I want to watch the replay on that one. Oh my gosh. The hesitation from Alex Steves, the perfect pass to the other side of the crease. I think we have our highlight of the night.
Pavelchev circles. Element 3-0 coming in, now in danger of going down 4-0. Ben Steves to Alex Steves. Ooh.
Oh, that was gross. As the kids say, ew.
Alex Steves made the last play happen, now finishes it off. Pretty feed from brother Ben. 4-0 Anderson. They've got something to prove.
Well, it's nice that Ben Steves got on the score sheet because now I can tell my fun Ben Steves story. A few years ago, Ben transferred to Eden Prairie High School. He'd played the previous season with the Oakland Junior Grizzlies 16U team, and I interviewed Ben after a high school elite league game, and he could not have been a better conversationalist. He's well-spoken, obviously very skilled. He ended up with 63 points in that lone season for the Eagles, and then he had an excellent career at Minnesota Duluth. And now here he is killing it in the Beauty League.
4-0 lead for Anderson. Off to the hottest of hot starts. Less than 10 minutes in here from Edina Livingstone. For Pavelchev down the left wing side. We talked about it pregame. This was going to be Element's toughest test yet. Now here's Lieberman back the other way. Deflected off the glove of Kokendorfer into the corner, but Anderson still pressing here. Ben Steeves down low.
I've got $7 in my wallet. I might give it to Nicky Lieberman so he could buy a goal.
Chesley through the legs and he can't finish it off. Henry Bowlby just got walked. But luckily for Bowlby, no goal to finish off the highlighter. He'd be seeing that a few hundred times on Twitter.
Welcome to the show, Henry.
Bowlby pulls up, right circle, sea of white jerseys surrounding him. He'll flip it to the far side. Ben Myers looking to track it down, ends up poking it ahead for Ben Steeves. Turns and fires, tried to find Kaiser. It's knocked down. Kaiser ends up picking it back up off a couple of sticks. Now here's Addison, right circle, cutting inside, stripped by Middleton. And Element will work back out of the zone. Myers to the left side. Anderson can't settle it down. And the offense so far for Element really not quite clicking. Shifsky working back. Broken up in transition. Brink fires it ahead. Myers unable to knock it down with the stick. Boyd will take it from back behind his own goal and get it ahead for Addison. Kalen Addison knocked down in neutral ice by Myers. Boyd gets it back. Backhand on the goal mouth. Kokendorfer manages to keep it out. Addison up high. Boyd. Now here's Riley at the left circle. For Boyd, now Addison right side. Has Shifsky in the slot. He'll drop it off for Riley, right corner. Shifsky for Addison. Anderson is dominating time of possession here in the early stages of the first.
I think Element might need to call timeout here if they give up another goal.
Addison will go back to retrieve this one. It had been a struggle for Anderson coming in just to find the back of the net, averaging only 6.3 goals per game in their first three. Riley sends it across. They score.
Call a timeout. Call a timeout.
Nice find on the back door. Mike Riley gets it through to Travis Boyd, and it's 5-0.
Get out the grease board. Move some guys around. This is not the same Element team that we've seen over the last 3 weeks.
Element coming into play with a plus 17 goal differential through 3 games. They trail by 5, less than halfway through the first half. Snuggerud with it near side. Can the Golden Gopher get some offense going? Perbix with it now. Working it all the way around. Now here's Byers. Wide open net, and he hits the post. Mac Byers, Element, cannot buy a goal right now. Still a big, fat 0 up on the Braemar Arena scoreboard.
I don't like it, Will. I don't like it.
Now here's Becker working his way inside. 5-hole score. Second of the game for Jack Becker. Anderson is putting salt on the wound. It's 6-0.
Have you ever put salt on a wound before?
I have not.
It cleans out the wound.
But it hurts.
Well, yeah, of course it hurts, but that's how you clean out the wound. If you're playing Oregon Trail and you've got a couple of options, I would always pick salt the wound. Same with Ford the River.
Snuggerud looking for the answer, and he can't even get the shot off his stick. Pavelchev right circle. Little more intensity now for Element in the O-zone. Backhanded up to the point for Matt Anderson. Becker plays it now. Lieberman near side, breaks it out for Alex Steeves. He's into the zone with Chesley. Flipped up and over the head of Kokendorfer.
Boy, he likes that fake shot, doesn't he? Let's see how many times he raises his leg. One.
That one deflects wide. Played now behind the net. 9:13 to go here from Braemar Arena. It's all Anderson here in the early going. 6-0 over unbeaten Element. This one knocked out back into neutral ice. Chesley will retrieve. Lieberman. Perfect through pass to Alex Steeves, who can't get the shot off. Now back Lieberman. Wrapping it around. Backhand pass out front, finds Middleton, and he'll leave it for Anderson. Now Bolby for Pavlshev. Backhand pass, knocked down by Lieberman, stolen back by Pavlshev. 8.5 to go now in the first half. Alex Steves clears for brother Ben up the right side. Back for Alex, heavy pressure from Pavlshev. Now a breakaway look back the other way. Nikita Pavlshev. Wow. Forehand, backhand, rolls it up under the bar. And Nikita Pavlshev has the first goal of the game for Element. It's 6-1.
Well, that was a beauty. How do you think that compares to last week?
Boy, he almost just rolled his stick around it, kind of the fake deke, finishes it off under the bar.
He hits the top netting too. That's a 10 out of 10 right there.
Nikita Pavlshev with a beauty. Element is finally on the board here in the first half.
Bury it.
Middleton down the left side, save made by Jared Moe. The left-handed goalie, you don't see that every day. You see it actually pretty infrequently. As Addison drops this one off, Shifsky out front for Ben Steves. He kicked it that time. Kokendorfer will keep it alive. Ben will go chase it down.
Ben and Alex Steves are setting Debut League records for time on ice right now. It feels like every time I look up, Steves has the puck.
Shifsky. Pass for Kaiser intercepted. Now Bolby is fed geometrically. Up the right side, pulls up near the circle, feeds for Nick Perbix out front, trying to jam it home. Mo says no. Bolby from between the dashes. Down low. Shifsky pokes it away, held at the point by Livingstone, back for Bolby. Kaiser playing as physically as you'll see here at DBL, forcing him off the puck. Myers with it left side. Element with some good possession time here. Touch over 6.5 to play here in the first.
You know, it's easy to watch that replay of Perbix right in front, lose the handle, but that's not what Tampa Bay pays him to do. He's not a hands guy.
Livingstone now through for Perbix. Rebound, score.
Okay, maybe he's a hands guy. I don't know.
Nick Perbix off the tip drill, gets it back off the pad of Jared Moe and stuffs it home. Element now with back-to-back goals. They trail by 4.
Fun story. Nick Perbix was playing in the first game I ever provided color commentary for.
And what game was that?
It was Elk River, and it was at Benilde, but I can't remember if they were playing Benilde or not.
Of course, Nick Perbix, the Elk River native. You know, he got cut from his Bantam A team. Ben Myers scores.
He didn't get cut from his Bantam A team.
Ben Myers, the Delano Youth All-Star, with his team leading 7th of the year. Element back-to-back-to-back. Don't let the kids get hot, Peter. It's 6-3.
Will, you smell that? I smell a comeback.
Peter Odney smells a comeback. You heard it here first. Element with 3 in a row, and they trail by 3. Now Anderson on the ropes a little bit, looking for an answer. Addison finds Kaiser, and he kicks it into the zone. Right corner now stolen away. Matt Anderson. Element will set shot back up. Less than 5 to go here in our first half. No, but Nick Perbix was cut from his Bantam A team in 8th grade. He played Bantam B hockey for Elk River. Fast forward, now he's in the NHL.
See, kids, it is possible. Was that before or after they went to a AA system? That's got to be after.
It was after. Yeah. A was the highest possible achievable rank for Elk River at that time. Brink inside, tried to go through the legs. Jared Moe sticks with it all the way. And Riley will play it now. Mike Riley looking to go coast to coast. Now he'll pull it up top on the left side. Mike Riley, the New York Islander, finds Boyd streaking down the right side.
Too many Islanders in this league.
Drop for Chesley. Yeah, they are very, very well represented. I think the Islanders, the Blackhawks have a lot of young guys in this. There are definitely a few teams that are outliers in terms of talent represented. Here's Bobby Brink. tried to drop it back for Mac Byers, and Chesley will retrieve in the corner. Now this one deflected. Brink gets it right back. Here is Byers. Glove save made by Mo, and a beauty sliding across that time.
Great save by Mo.
Chesley has Boyd, feeds it across, and it's broken up there by Byers. A hard back check from the St. Thomas Tommy.
It won't make him many friends on the Anderson side of the ice, but I like the effort.
Here is Mac Byers. Up the right side, he's into the zone with Snuggerud. Fans on the pass, and Chesley will intercept for Anderson. 2-on-2 back the other way.
He spent all his energy back checking.
Becker loses the angle. Now centers for Lieberman. They score. Great patience that time by Jack Becker, who is slowly making himself a game MVP case. But for Nick Lieberman, it's his first DBL goal. And Anderson gets one back, 7-3.
Oh, does he go by Nick now? He's not Nicky anymore?
Was he Nicky at one point?
He was Nicky at one point.
Interesting.
Nicky Lieberman. Nicky with a Y.
Kaiser with it. Finds Lieberman. Mr. Adam Abrams announces it as Nick, so I think he's the authority. Nick Lieberman, the Eden Prairie native, 2017 7th round pick of the Colorado Avalanche. Becker gets it back, feeds low for Alex Steves. Across Lieberman, can't finish it off. I feel like this first half has flown by.
It really has.
You look up, there's only 2 minutes left.
We're at the 2-minute warning here.
Snuggerud with it in the corner. In there with Lieberman, who retrieves and gets it up high for Alex Steves. Now back, Lieberman poked at and taken on the near side. Livingstone, he fans on the pass. Jimmy Snuggerud has been alone in the zone, and all he needs is a pass. It's happened like 3 times tonight. They cannot get him the puck.
Can't or won't?
Can't. They're trying, and they're just fanning on every cross pass for Snuggerud.
It's not a coordinated freeze out of Jimmy?
Absolutely not. Anderson to the corner as the sevens come together. He's penned in there by Kaiser. Livingstone for Snuggerud. Let's see if he can do it himself. His pass is turned over. Alex Steves will possess.
Might need to take a longer break at half here and let these guys retape their sticks or something.
Kaiser, there's another one. Boy, I don't know if it's maybe the playing surface or really if these guys just have not taped and waxed their sticks since last week.
Fellas.
But it has been sloppy here in the late stages of the first half.
I have a fresh roll of Howie's in my car. I could go grab it, I suppose.
Bowlby with it. I don't think we have an official tape sponsor of the Beauty League.
We don't.
Perbix across. Coming up on 30 seconds to play now. Here's Wyatt Kaiser.
Oh.
Save made by Kokendorfer. Good look there for Wyatt Kaiser. He snuck behind the defense like a wide receiver behind the safety. Now here's Bowlby back trying to find Middleton, and it is broken up there by Ben Steves to the far side. 12 seconds now. Toe drag into the slot. Becker. Pad save made Kokendorfer. Bowlby breakaway. 4 seconds. He's going to have to be quick. Cuts inside to the backhand. Mo makes a left pad save, and that will do it for our first half.
Henry Bowlby's just having the toughest time out there, isn't he?
Anderson scores our game's first 6 goals. Element gets 3 back. Anderson adds the final tally before the break. 7-3 at the half. Anna Baining is at ice level with Garrett Shifsky.
I'm here with Garrett Shifsky, and Garrett, obviously summer's heating up, and things here at the Beauty League are heating up too.
Yeah.
So have you been on the lake at all this summer?
I have, yeah. I got a couple buddies with a bunch of lakes, and they got some boats out there, so we go like wakeboarding, tubing all the time, and I like to fish a lot, so it's been fun.
So I need you to name as many Minnesota lakes as you can in 17 seconds until the clock runs out.
Coon Lake, Crooked Lake, Bay Lakes, Big Sandy, Lake Minnetonka, Lake of the Woods, Red Lake, Mille Lacs. I'm stumped now, I don't know.
Okay, that was 7. Good job. Good job. Good luck in the rest of the game. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. Good to hear from the Andover Husky and the Michigan Wolverine, Garrett Shifsky, one of our favorites to watch all the way up. Now competing here in the Beauty League. It's as good a time as any to remind you that Anderson Group is a holding company that specializes in acquiring businesses in the construction industry. They aim to acquire synergistic companies with strong leadership, solid reputations, and high potential for growth, staying true to their motto, building on your good name. Element Electronics started with a simple belief that every home should have access to televisions with the latest technology. For more information, visit elementelectronics.com. Element Electronics, bring it home. Back in action here from Braemar, 7-3, Anderson over Element at the half. Element looking for a second half resurgence to try to keep this perfect season going. Myers for Middleton. Save made there by Mo. He's been solid in his DBL debut. Ben Steves across for Shifsky. Can't quite get the shot off. Kokendorfer was there to make the save. Myers in with Bolby. Pass across, deflected. Myers gets it back, tries to find Perbix. Knocked down by Addison up to the point for Livingstone. Now Bolby for Myers again. Score! Top shelf snipe, Ben Myers. Second of the game, 8th of the season. Element strikes first in the second half. It's 7-4.
In just over 23 minutes of play, Ben Myers has convinced me that, number one, he could play lacrosse at a high level after plucking a puck out of midair. And now I'm convinced he can play soccer at a high level, kicking the puck to himself before rifling that shot.
Ben Myers, is there a single form? Is Kraken a singular form? Like what do you call him?
He is like a school of Krakens?
No, is he a Seattle Kraken, or is there a singular form we should be using?
Well, I don't think it wouldn't be like Cracker or anything.
He's a member of the Seattle Kraken.
Member of the Seattle.
I don't think there's, because it's like I
club.
couldn't say that Brock Faber is a Minnesota Wild. I would have to say he's a member of the Minnesota Wild.
Although
really
he is
no
a wild guy. No, I think member of the Kraken. I think that's Trippy. Trippy, make the call.
Are we going to get a penalty shot here?
Of course we are.
First one of the year.
And Brinkle will surely hear an earful from Tortorella on the bench. Just kidding. Tortorella's not here.
Our first penalty shot of the DBL season. It comes here in week 4, and Travis Boyd will be taking it, looking for the hat trick. Travis Boyd against Croy Kokendorfer here in the second half. Here he goes. Boyd slows it down, goes to the forehand. Kokendorfer save. Sticks the left pad out and shuts the door. Croy Kokendorfer keeps it a 3-goal game.
There is a man with a magnificent mustache sitting behind the Element net right now who is very excited that Croy Kokendorfer made that save.
Heck of a save by Croy Kokendorfer. St. Paul, Minnesota native, spent time at both Cretin-Durham Hall and Eastridge in high school, 2 great schools here in the state of hockey. Livingstone with it up ahead. Boyd gets it back, looking for redemption after that shootout fail. Across for Riley, and he fires it off the side of the net, I think, and it bounces up. Anderson gloves it down and plays in the corner.
Well, Croy Kokendorfer, you just mentioned, he certainly paid his dues through juniors playing in the USHL and then the NAL, and now he's committed to Robert Morris. But let me tell you, I wouldn't be surprised if in a year or two and a big-time program is looking for a goaltender, they might not give Croy Kokendorfer a call. He's got a ton of talent. The Minnesota schools have known him since he was a youth player when he was 14 years old. If a big program's looking for a goalie in a year or two, don't be surprised if he's at the top of the transfer list.
Wyatt Kaiser into the corner. Of course, the Golden Gophers kind of in a goaltender search right now as they sort out their pipeline. Well, Justin Close graduated. I believe they're lined up for this season to roster 3 goalies, but after that, I believe the future gets a little bit murky. Alex Steves into the corner, but that timeline you mentioned, I believe, would line up pretty nicely with when the Gophers would be needing his services. So I'll tuck that away in my brain bookmark folder and come back to it in a little bit.
How many bookmark folders do you have in that big brain of yours, William?
kind of just toss it all into one and hope I remember it all.
I can only imagine what your desktop looks like.
Pretty clean, actually. Snuggerud. A cross for Pavlshev, and he can't settle it down. Now Perbik's at the point. No, I keep a pretty clean desktop.
I
don't even have a desktop computer. I've just got the laptop, but that stays pretty clean.
That's what I mean, though.
Alex Steves across, sliding save made again by Kokendorfer. I don't really have many files. It's just a lot of elite prospects, like screenshots for making these notes. That's about it.
Well, at some point, we're going to put one of these research sheets on camera so that people can see just how much work you put in for pregame. Hats off to you.
Thank you, Peter. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
It is a lot of work, but you do what you have to do to be ready. Snuggerud shot to the far side is deflected up the boards. Now here's Mike Riley looking for an Anderson goal. Ben Steves sends it through. Knocked down and now played into the near side corner. Riley from the right point. Glove save made. An easy one for Kokendorfer, and he'll drop it for Perbix. Threading the needle up for Snuggerud. Breakaway look. Ben Steves on the back check. Snuggerud scores. 5-hole goal on Jared Moe. Jimmy Snuggerud. It's 7-5.
As soon as that puck crossed the line and Jared Moe wanted that one back, it wasn't exactly the world's fanciest move by Snuggerud. And as soon as it goes over the line, watch Jared Moe's head.
Left the 5-hole a little bit too open. Jimmy Snuggerud takes advantage. Second of the DBL season. And Element has pulled this game within one score as both sides still have use of the Dick's House of Sport double puck.
Double puck.
Reckon it's about time we do our weekly refresh on what the double puck is, what it means. Bowlby for Livingstone. Score!
Yeah, buddy.
Back-to-back goals for Element. The boys are feeling themselves. It's a one-goal game.
This is rapidly veering into Atlanta Falcons, New England Patriots territory.
That would be hard to top here in DBL. That would be like a 6-goal lead with 10 minutes left. We had a 6-goal lead 10 minutes in.
Hold on. Anderson had a 6-goal lead at one point.
Yeah, in the first half. 28-3 was with 4 minutes left in the third quarter.
Semantics.
Kaiser for Shifsky on the far side. As we were saying before, we were rudely interrupted by that Jake Livingstone goal, and now we're going to be interrupted by Ben Myers on the breakaway. Off the side of the net. Nearly had a tie game, but Jared Moe is able to stay with that one, force him outside of the frame. Shifsky back the other way. Myers up for Bowlby. Lieberman crashing on the back check. Bowlby has a half step, and Moe sticks with it, makes a sliding blocker save, and it remains a 7-6 game. Now we're going to see if we can get the double puck rules in. It's a 2-minute window at either point. At any point in the game, both teams have the opportunity to use it. When you light the double puck horn, as Myers gets it for Bowlby. Now Livingstone one time. Save made, rebound chance. Moe slides across, and they won't get a shot off. Bowlby with it now. 2-minute window. At any point in the game, you can activate it. It basically acts as a power play. Any goals scored in that period for the team that used it count as 2. Can be very efficient late in the game when you need a big comeback. You can use it. I mean, you can use it any time. I don't think we've seen it used in the first half once this year.
Not yet.
Most teams tend to use it with 2.5 to 3 minutes remaining. I don't think it's the best use of it. I think you should be using it earlier. I have not ran the numbers. I know I said last week that I'd run the numbers, but it was a busy week. I think the best time to use it would be with about 7 minutes left, because then you know what you need in the last 5.
Why didn't you run the numbers?
It was a busy week, man.
You're 19. What else do you have to do?
Work.
You don't have a job.
This is my job.
You know what? No, there's no excuse for that. You got nothing else going on. You don't even have dogs. At least I have dogs.
I have a dog.
You do not have a dog.
I have a dog.
What's your dog's name?
Isabel.
Yeah.
Isabel's
I
probably...
stand corrected. You have responsibilities.
Isabel's in the comfort of the Duluth, Minnesota home, probably laying underneath the TV that my parents are watching this on.
Nice.
Shout out to the Petersons back home up north. Riley over the line. Here's Addison, right circle. Tip shot there by Mike Riley, but Kokendorfer sticks with it.
What do you think your parents are watching?
This. They tune in every week.
They do?
Boyd on the wraparound. Is it in? No. Kokendorfer covers. Keeps it alive. Yes, my parents tune in every week, Peter.
Wow. My parents do not.
And my dad wanted me to confront you about not throwing your hat last week, like you said you would.
Oh, did he? Mm-hmm. Well, I want to know why my plane was late a couple of weeks ago.
What does that mean?
Your dad's a pilot.
No.
He's not a pilot?
No.
Oh.
Riley for Addison. That was very confusing.
I thought your dad was a pilot.
Chesley at the right circle.
Your mom's a flight attendant, though.
Yes, she was a flight attendant.
Okay,
yes.
so I'm not that crazy.
Yeah, you're in the ballpark.
Your family's involved in aviation.
Chesley, as Addison nearly directs it home, it goes wide. Yeah, they're aviation adjacent.
Yeah, me too.
Addison for Lieberman, now Boyd on the far side. Under 12.5 to play here in the second half. The Braemar scoreboard still says it's the first half. I swear that happens nearly every week. Now as Chesley is stripped by Bobby Brink, Lieberman full head of steam back on the back check. Now Middleton was the intended recipient of that Brink pass. It's deflected there by Lieberman, who's a little slow joining the rush. He's gassed. Boyd for Lieberman. Anderson looking to extend this 1-goal lead, 12 to play here in the second. Kaiser, Lieberman at the left circle through a sea of sticks, and now it's broken up. Anderson down the left side, puts the stop on. Stick save made by Mo. Anderson will get it back in the corner.
I want him to give the puck to Pavlishev because he always does something cool.
Snuggerud off the right pad. Pavlishev waiting for it down low. It's turned over. Anderson with control of it. It's Becker up ahead. Now Steves off the iron and out of play.
Wow.
Alex Steves rings one off the crossbar. It hops right up over the glass. 7-6, 11:15 to play here in the second.
I know they're trailing by 1, but quite admirable for Element to be hanging in this game without 5 of their players, especially league MVP frontrunner Dennis Schalowski.
We talked about it before the game. No Mitchell Wolf this week for Element. That seems like
bummed out that he's not here.
That seems like a missing piece for this Element team, especially this Element team that allowed 6 unanswered goals to start the game.
Yeah.
If you take those away, it's a 6-1 Element lead right now. Snuggerud right circle sends that one just over the net. No, but Mitchell Wolf just brings that insanely high motor all over the ice. He can score, he can defend. As now they are egregiously offside, so we'll get a whistle.
Right now, I think Wyatt Kaiser is doing his best Mitchell Wolf impression. He maybe bumped hips or bumped shoulders with Ben Myers at one point, and Myers had something to say as he was getting up.
Kaiser's been playing the body a little bit. I mean, he's definitely testing the waters as to how physical he can get without retaliation.
I want to do an anonymous poll of these players, like, who do you hate the most in this league?
Riley at the right circle, down low, across Becker poking at it, Middleton as well. Now Alex Steves, prime chance between the dashes. He'll opt to pull it out. Now here's Kaiser walking inside, save made. Becker can't find it on the rebound. Less than 10 to play now. Kaiser. Pass broken up by Middleton. Now for Pavlishev. Element a little bit disjointed here in their own zone. Kaiser is making their lives miserable below the line. Now Myers working back the other way. Element trailing by 1 here late. Both teams still with hot puck usage at their disposal. Middleton for Livingstone. Now Bowlby up high. Livingstone poked at by Chesley. He'll take it on the near side. Now stripped by Bowlby, working his way to the net. Knocked off the puck by Kaiser. And he'll find Chesley for Shifsky, and they break out of the zone. Garrett Shifsky left side. Bank pass for Becker into the corner, mixing it up with our official there. Livingstone gets it and finds Myers on the near side. Bowlby with it now.
He's
cutting inside, they score!
He was bound to get one eventually.
Tie game for Element. Henry Bowlby, a backhand beauty. 7-7.
I believe the whole time. Whole time.
Element is back. After Anderson opens this game on a 6-0 run, Element answers right back with a 7-1 run. We are tied at 7 here from Braemar. This is going to be a good finish, folks. Don't go anywhere.
Are we looking at overtime here?
You said it, not me.
Looking at overtime?
We've had one overtime game thus far in the DBL season. It was Anderson and Walser in week 2. Walser took home the win in the shootout. So one of these sides has experience with our overtime rules. Element does not, but something tells me they'd be ready for the test. Score! Boy, it didn't spend more than a tenth of a second in the net, but Ben Steeves goes off the back bar. It's an answer for Anderson, and it's 8-7.
Boy, kudos to whoever strung these nets. The string's so taut.
Ben Steeves, his first DBL game, gets his first DBL goal. 8-7, 7 and change to go here in the second half.
And as Element's #1 fan, now I'm scared. No reaction from Ben Steeves, all business.
Shifsky, bang! Garrett Shifsky, my goodness, 9-7, back-to-back goals for Anderson.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Call timeout.
I don't think that's allowed, Peter.
What do you mean it's
You've
not allowed?
You've clamored for timeouts multiple times now.
Yeah.
I don't think that's something you can do.
Well, right now I'm watching the Anderson coach is talking to the Element coach.
Ben Steeves
Is it
down
friendly?
the right
I can't
side.
tell if it's friendly or not. I don't know. Oh,
Boyd with it up high.
they're thinking about that double puck. Uh-oh.
They have lit it off. Now a double puck chance for Bobby Brink, and it goes high.
Bobby.
Element has lit the hot puck lamp, the double puck, Dick's House of Sport double puck lamp. There's a minute 50 remaining on that. There is 6:10 remaining in our game. Element down by 2, so one goal gets them right back in this game and ties it up at 9.
Well, and they used it.
Boyd for Steeves, and Ben Steeves is denied by Kokendorfer.
They used it right when you said that somebody should use it, right around that 7-minute mark. I don't know. Is somebody listening to the broadcast down there?
We cannot confirm or deny if they were bequeathed inside information. Riley up the right side. That one hops up and out of play, but they're going to play it. We're playing street rules here in DBL this week.
Why would you play any other way?
Anderson for Brink. Chance to tie the game. He fans on the pass. Anderson gets it back and can't get the shot off. Minute 2 remaining on the hot puck light as Perbix lets that one go through the wickets. Kokendorfer will play it from inside the trapezoid. Pressure from Boyd. He gets it up ahead for Brink. Snuggerud up the left side. 45 seconds now on the double puck. Another turnover. And Element really has not made good use of the Dick's House of Sport double puck.
Not nearly enough urgency from Element.
They came into this game with 3 hot puck goals. Bros and Mason Shaw in week 2. Tommy Novak in week 3. But they are 26 seconds away from getting shut out here in week 4. Snuggerud might have had something to say about that, but it's a pad save made by Mo. Now down to 18 seconds on the double puck. Now, I would consider going empty net with the double puck, because if they score, it's only 1, and you're probably going to score with the double puck. That is still that's a net gain for you.
Net gain? Okay. I don't know. Why'd you have to put net in front of it?
Because it's both a gain and a loss. You're gaining 2 goals, you're giving up 1.
Oh.
It's a net gain. 2 minus 1 is a net of 1. This has been math at Deputy League.
Let me check your math on that.
Alex Steeves up the left side, tries to slide it across for Lieberman. It's knocked down by Livingstone. Now Ben Myers has a streaking Nikita Pavelchev. He's going to keep it. Now get it through for Pavelchev. Deflected out front. Myers gets it back and scores.
That would have been nice about 30 seconds ago.
Ben Myers, it is a hat trick for the Delano Tiger. It's a 1-goal game, 9-8, under 4 to play.
You got a shot here to force Justin's favorite word, overtime.
Now, worth noting, Anderson still has use of their double puck. I don't know when they would use it. but the time is running out to use it to reap its full rewards. Under 3.5 to play here in the second. It's been a good one to kick off week 4 of DBL.
There are also a ton of people here.
Yeah, I would venture to say this is one of the more significant crowds we've had.
Yeah.
Up on the right side, Ben Myers. The word has finally gotten out, and the folks are packing Braemar Arena, as they should. It's good hockey.
Oh, crud.
Now here's Myers up the left side, forced into the corner. Boy, that's a nice physical play. Becker out front. Now Steves shoots it through, gets it back on the far side, trying to thread it across for Riley. It's broken up. 2.5 to play from Braemar.
Don't tell Ben Myers it's July.
Becker over the line. Anderson has lit the double puck. Riley circles, forced out into neutral zone, and now Becker has it. Alex Steves. Minute 48 remaining on the double puck. Riley with a chance to ice it and goes high. Element working back. It's a 3-on-2. Myers down the left side. He burns Kaiser, cutting to the net. Livingstone bats at it. Might have been a high stick, but I don't think they're calling that goal back if it does go in.
No way. No way.
Riley with it. A minute 45 to go here. A minute 23 on the double puck for Anderson.
Come on, Blue.
Riley between the dashes. Fans on it. Element with a chance back the other way to tie it 2-on-1. Bowlby and Brink. Anderson has the trailer across. Oh, goal!
Oh,
no! Ryan Chesley off his stick, top shelf. Oh, that is tragic.
He's heartbroken. He's just heartbroken.
Ryan
right
Chesley goes top shelf into his own net. We're tied at 9. Unbelievable. The centering feed deflected by Ryan Chesley right under the bar. It's 9-9. Minute 20 to go. Wow. Of all the ways to tie the game.
It's about to be 10-9 right now.
Minute 11 to play. Bowlby
Henry
can't finish it off. Worth noting, still 46 seconds on the double puck for Anderson. So crucial if Element wants to hang on and either win this one or force overtime. They have to win the possession battle here.
Well, if you're Element, why don't you just skate back?
Yeah, score! Keaton Middleton, Element comes all the way back. It's 10-9.
Well, if you're Element now, you just skate away. Just dump the puck into your own end, let the clock run.
53 ticks to go. Keaton Middleton, in his DBL debut, has his first goal.
Troy Kokendorfer hang on to the puck every time it comes down.
They still have not started the clock. There it goes.
That's
30
10
seconds.
That's 10 seconds.
30 seconds remaining on the double puck for Anderson. A goal would give them the lead here late. Mo makes his way to the bench. Shifsky is way deep in his own zone and now springs it ahead for Chesley. Down to the wire finish here from Braemar. Boyd inside, forced into the corner by Middleton. 5-on-4 hockey now. Anderson has pulled the goal. 7 seconds on the double puck. Shifsky turns and fires. Save made Kokendorf into the corner. The double puck is up. 20 seconds to go. A goal would tie it here late. Ben Steves left circle. 15 ticks. Steves down low for Riley at the right circle. 10 seconds. Left side. Shot. Score! Tie game. Travis Boyd again. It's a hat trick, and it's 10-10. 7.5 ticks were all that Element needed to get off to a 4-0 start, but it looks like we are overtime bound, Mr. Peter Otney.
Not good. Not good. That's okay. Element's going to score right here. They're going to score right
7.5 seconds. Riley will take it.
No way.
Oh, he got hooked. That's a penalty. We are going to have a penalty shot with no time on the clock.
Ooh. No way, dude.
That is a terrible, terrible penalty from Henry Bowlby. Mike Riley is going to get a penalty shot here.
I don't think Riley's taking the penalty. Oh, he is. No, wait. Where is he?
And now we're being told there's no penalty shot. But, boy, I tell you, I think Mike Riley has a gripe here.
Should we call Toronto?
Because there was a penalty shot given earlier in the game.
Yeah.
And now the penalty was called.
I'm not saying anything. I want Element to get a shot here.
The powers that be have determined we are headed to a shootout for the second time this season. Anderson is the only team to have participated in one that's playing here. They lost to Walser in week 2, 11-10. And I believe they got shut out in the shootout. So
Boyd and Brink.
Bobby Brink for Element, Travis Boyd for Anderson.
Can't leave your bench until the guy brings the puck back to the blue or gets to the blue.
Getting ready to go here, 10-10. And we are off. Bobby Brink working inside, scores! And on the other end, Boyd is denied by Kokendorfer. It's a 1-0 lead for Element. Here's Jimmy Snuggerud between the dashes, score! Element, 2 for 2. Send us home, Ben Myers. No.
Oh, you kicked
Save made on the other end. A goal scored by Lieberman. It's 2-1. Now Bolby with a chance to win it. Bolby, save made on the other end. Shifty is denied. 2-1 Element lead. Pavlshev is out.
Okay.
Ben Steeves goes for the one-hander. Pavlshev
They go in?
does not score.
Criminy.
Steeves returns the puck. Pavlshev returns the puck. Jack Becker on the other end. Save is made again by Kokendorfer. Mac Byers with a chance to win it. Save made by Mo. Both sides all of a sudden have become snake bit here in the back half of this shootout. Perbix with a chance to win it, and he does! Nick Perbix, shootout winner for Element. 4-0.
Who needs Tristan Bros? Who needs Dennis Jalowski? Who needs Mitchell Wolf? Who needs Tommy Novak? Who needs Derek Forbert?
Element trailed this game 6-0. They trailed with less than 2 minutes to play. Somehow, some way, the boys keep fighting, and Element is 4-0.
Heart. That's all heart.
Ben Myers is your player of the game with a hat trick and a few helpers as well. Element is an overtime winner here, 11-10, and they are 4-0. Peter, your thoughts before we turn things over to Tria and Walser.
I could not be more proud of the way that my team Element played tonight, going down 6-0, turns out to be an 11-10 overtime win. And during the shootout portion, they didn't get frustrated. They just kept rolling. They just kept coming back to the blue line, and Ben Myers showed what kind of gladiator he can be. He was not going to be denied.
Ben Myers tosses up a puck for a lucky fan, and that puts a wrap on game one. What a game one it was. Element with an amazing come-from-behind victory. They are undefeated, remain our league's only undefeated team. When we return, it's Tria and it's Walser in game 2 of our DBL triple header. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back here from Braemar Arena. The stands are full. The people are excited. The hockey fans are ready to go here from Medina. A Maui Wowie has been spilled on the benches here in front of us. All signs that we are ready for another good DBL contest. It's Walser and it's Tria here from Braemar Arena alongside Peter Rodney. Anna Baining down at ice level. I'm Will Peterson. Walser coming in at 2-1. Tria coming in at 1-2. A lot of talent on the ice this week. Most notably, Tria welcoming in Brady Shea of now the Nashville Predators. Peter, what are you looking forward to in this one?
Right now, I'm looking forward to Jimmy Schultz. Jimmy Schultz. It's his first game in the Beauty League. Watching him during warm-ups, he's got a great shot. I wrote shooters shoot as my very analytical note next to Jimmy Schultz. I'm also excited to watch Brady Shea. Nice to have a first-round draft pick on that squad, considering that Walser has 3 first-round draft picks.
Puck has dropped. We're underway. Walser skating from left to right in those light blue uniforms with the white numbering, dark blue accents. Tria in the black uniforms, white numbering, and royal blue accents. Clock took a little bit to start. Not the first time we've seen that here at DBL, but it's more hockey, so can't complain.
Not the first time we've seen that tonight. I mean, it happened in our first game of the evening. Something tells me it'll happen again.
Lindgren for Shea. Now Lindgren gets it back. Sends it across. Johnny Brodzinski's save made by the former Benilde St. Margaret Red Knight, Ryan Bischel, who's back in goal for Tria for the 3rd week. 1-1 record with a 9.00 goals against and a 743 save percentage. On the other side for Walser, it's Kazimir Kaskasuo back in goal for his 4th consecutive start. 2-1, 974 goals against, 704 save percentage.
Are we really on week 4 already?
We are.
Oh, my gosh.
The time has flown.
Oh, my gosh. Slow down. Slow down.
Summer is slipping out of our fingers.
Thank God.
Wow. Just when you thought you know a man.
It's 95 degrees, Will.
And it's glorious.
It's not. It's horrible. This is awful. 95 degrees. Gosh,
I'm going to remind you that you said that in about 5 months when it is 20 below and you're in icy traffic on 394 trying to merge onto 94.
Brother, I'll take 10 below over 95 any day.
Noah Cates scores. Hot start for Tria. Just a minute and a half in. Noah Cates is 4th of the season. Makes it 1-0.
Boy, and he saved you from your just awful take that you'll take 95 over -20.
Every day of the week and twice on Sunday.
I've never understood that phrase. What? You can't do it twice on Sunday. There's only one day on Sunday.
Pull for Shea as the D-men play a little pitch and catch. Now back for Brady Shea up the left wing side. Heavy shot goes just over the shoulder of Kaskasuo. No, Peter, I am just a little disappointed that you prefer a time of freezing cold to a time of sometimes stifling, but most of the time we're pretty lucky with our summers here in Minnesota.
Are we?
I would say we are.
Will, I don't have central air.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
well,
would that not annoy you if you didn't have
McKenzie
central
between
air?
the dashes, lively hop off the end board, and he'll get it back. I think, Peter, you should consider a move to Duluth, as Lake Superior really acts as a natural air conditioner.
If I could afford it, I'd think about it.
You can move in with me. We have a guest bedroom. Consult with your fiance. We await your decision.
Yeah, I'm sure she'd be thrilled with that. I'll let my silence speak for me.
Letary has his shot saved there by Bischel. Peter very ungrateful for my offer of living with him to get through the hot summer that he just cannot stand.
Can't stand
Bryce
it.
Brodzinski down the left side, drops it for Letary. Vinny Letary, welcome back to the Beauty League, and now Bryce Brodzinski scores. Beauty from Bryce Brodzinski. It's his 4th of the season. We're tied up at 1.
Pretty good. Look at the replay. He just kind of chops at the centering pass and ends up lifting it over the glove of Bishop.
perfect redirect. Puts it right up high where Mama keeps the Thin Mints. And it's 1-1. Going right back, Bryce Brodzinski, blocker save made by Bischel. Bernard Docker from the right side. Bischel makes the save. It's caught up in his abdomen, so he'll stand up and shake it out. Now Jimmy Schultz takes it and drops to the far side for Reinke.
You know where you learn to do that? You learn to do what Brodzinski just did, playing street hockey with a bouncing ball.
Schultz scores. There's your guy, Peter.
What did I say? What did I say 5 minutes ago?
One shot, one goal for Jimmy Schultz in his 2024 DBL debut. 2-1 Tria.
He's going to end up with a hat trick, and he's going to be player of the game.
There you have it. A bold call from Mr. Peter Otney. Jimmy Schultz from right between the dashes. A heavy wrist shot makes it 2-1.
I mean, it would be bold if there was something riding on it, but I don't think anyone's going to quibble with me if Jimmy Schultz ends up with a hat trick.
They were pretty upset with you last week for not throwing your hat. So.
Oh, it was a Flames hat. I can't throw a Flames hat.
Well, now you're wearing a West St. Paul
I
hat.
can't throw this one either.
Oh, my goodness.
It's too light. It would never make it to the ice.
What I have to deal with on a weekly basis here at the Beauty League with a guy who makes empty promises about throwing his hat. Nick Jensen forced back out into the neutral zone. Under 18 minutes to play here from Braemar. 2-1 Tria lead. Noah Cates and Jimmy Schultz, each with an early goal. Bryce Brodzinski with the tally for Walser. Easton Brodzinski on the near side trying to find Jensen down low. And Jensen will control in the far side corner. Jensen and Shea mixing it up as the 77s come together. Easton Brodzinski makes a move around a man, kicks at it out front. Tria will control and break back the other way. Hole to the right side. Out front trying to find Noah Cates. He can't tip it home. Easton Brodzinski takes it at the near blue line. Now here's Malinsky up ahead to the far side for Johnny Brodzinski. Noah Cates in there as well. No Jackson this week, but we do have Noah back. He has perfect DBL attendance, 4 for 4, and I'm going to be curious to see by the end of it who will have played in every possible game.
If it's Noah, I'm going to be very impressed.
Lettieri on the near side.
If it's Lettieri, I'll be less impressed.
Well, Lettieri already not eligible. He missed last week.
Oh, he did?
He did.
Oh.
The captain of Walser took a week off to recharge the legs. Now he's back here in week 4.
Recharge the legs.
This takes a lot out of you, Peter.
Depending on who you're playing against Alex and Ben Steves earlier tonight, I would venture to guess that tired out the Element guys.
Rao sent that one on, and Kaskasuo makes a glove save. Now Lettieri with it. Yeah, I would say of the, I don't even want to make an estimate on how many players have stopped by for DBL. I want to say in the men's division maybe 60 total. And I would wager to say that we're down to about 12, if that.
That have been here
that
every
have been
time?
here every week, including this week. Going right off the list, Ryan Lindgren, Sam Malinsky are the, and Casimir Kaskasuo for Walser, so they have 3. For Tria, Kyle Rao, Austin Pagansky, Eric Halla, Noah Cates. Yeah, just those 4. So 3 to 4 guys per team seems to be the norm.
Wow.
And I imagine it will only grow smaller, that number, as we play on through the weeks.
I'd be more curious to know how many days of school these guys missed during elementary and junior high school for hockey travel.
If we have any mothers of the players who would like to chime in our YouTube live chat, feel free to do so. I doubt we do.
If you're a mother watching this YouTube stream, God bless you.
Eric Halla up the left wing side. He's in with Shea, tries to roof it, and it goes up out of play off the netting. They'll keep it alive. I like this wrinkle that they're not blowing the play dead when it goes off the netting.
Reminds me a little bit of my pickup game last night, where the only stoppage of play comes when an offsides is by like 6 feet.
It reminds me of the predominantly European, I guess somewhat South American game of futsal, where they play soccer in like kind of a big. I feel like most of the time it's played in kind of a warehouse.
It's pronounced
But-
futsal.
Is it?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
100%.
95.
95% sure it's futsal. Well, there you have it. I will futsal.
Futsal.
All right, I'll take your word for it. But they play the ball off of everything.
It's incredible. I love
off,
futsal.
Off the wall, off the ceiling. It doesn't matter. They just keep that ball going. It's wonderful.
I love it. If it's futsal, I'm going to be so mad.
We'll look that up between games.
Between games.
We'll find out. Mitch Reinke with it on the near side. Geometric pass ahead. Noah Cates. 13.5 to play here from Edina. 2-1 your lead. Tria over Walser. We've had a while between goals here as Bryce Brodzinski backhands one wide.
Settling into a real defensive battle.
Lindgren down below. If you missed our first game, you missed an absolute thriller as Johnny Brodzinski turns and fires. Bischel makes a save. An 11-10 shootout win for Element over Anderson as Element moves to 4-0. Anderson falls to 0-2 I should say. Now they have 2 shootout losses.
Gut-wrenching.
Tough look for Anderson. Don't know what it'll take for them to get in the win column, but I'm sure that day will come at some point. Reinke takes it far side half wall. Centering feed broken up there by Jacob Bernard Docker. Now up for Easton Brodzinski's into the zone with Lindgren. It's a 2-on-1. Across for Lindgren. Sliding save made by Bischel. He kicks that one up off the boards. Now here's Lee in the neutral zone. Surrounded by blue jerseys as the rest of his teammates go off for a change. Brady Shea with it. Does not look to have gotten his new Nashville Predators yellow gear.
Oh, good eye.
And now stripped away by Vinny Lettieri, the captain on a breakaway. Bischel with a smooth glove save. Didn't even flinch.
Not at all. That was crystal cool right there.
Your guy Jimmy Shaw up the right side. Little too cute that time.
That wasn't Jimmy's fault. That wasn't Jimmy's fault.
Now Lettieri in on a 2-on-1. Feeds it across, and it is batted at. That time it goes wide as Easton Brodzinski couldn't get the shot off. Paganski in neutral ice for Hull. In over the line to the near side, McKenzie. Bank pass finds Shea. Back across for McKenzie. 11:18 to go from Braemar Arena. 2-1 Tria over Walser. Our second of 3 games here tonight. Week 4 of the Beauty League. And like we mentioned earlier, hard to believe that we're almost halfway done.
I know. I was going over the calendar earlier today, and playoffs, those are going to be a lot of fun. Usually these guys and gals have a week between games, and for playoffs, it'll only be a couple of days.
Paganski with a good try that time. Brady Shea was just skating back and forth in that corner and finally sent it out front. And now Easton Brodzinski will take it into the zone for Walser. Yeah, playoff time will be interesting. Bernard Docker fires this one into the netting. They'll keep it alive as Hull will take it. Playoff time will be interesting. We will mix in a couple of Monday games towards the end of things. Luckily, I will already have settled into my new abode here in Minneapolis, so no need to make 2 separate trips down to the Twin Cities.
Congrats.
Yes, I'm very excited.
Living in Dinkytown or the surrounding area?
Dinkytown. Dinkytown is the place to be. Not after dark. Do not recommend, especially alone.
Oh, come on.
However, I'm very excited. Easton Brodzinski into the zone. Right side sends a heavy wrister on. Save made by Bischel.
Dinkytown's got nothing on the west side of Duluth.
West side. I don't spend a whole lot of time in the west side of Duluth. I live pretty centrally, and I really only tend to go north or east from there. Kyle Rao into the zone. Drops it back for Holla. Broken up by Tufty. He'll work back. The scoring drought is readily apparent here. 9 less than 9.5 to go. Still the 2-1 lead. Haven't had a goal in, I would say, 7 minutes or so.
I'd thoroughly expect it.
Malinsky sends this one up into the rafters and truly out of play, as in we will have a rare whistle and a new puck retrieved.
I think we'll see it open up a little bit in the second half as guys start to tire out a little bit.
Less than 9 to play now. The faceoff comes to the blocker side of Ryan Bischel wearing that Notre Dame chrome helmet. Jimmy Schultz on the near side. Peter, are you a fan of axe throwing?
I've never thrown
You've never
an
thrown
axe.
axe?
No.
Well, you should talk to Jimmy Schultz about it because I hear he's a fan. Eric Holla scores. Heavy wrister from the right side, Eric Holla. 3-1.
That's how an NHL player shoots the puck. My goodness.
I don't think Kaskasuo even saw that one.
Nope.
Right over the blocker side, it's 3-1.
You can tell he didn't see it because the GoPro on top of his helmet didn't even move when that shot went by him.
Would love to see the POV footage on that one. That should be our next expenditure here on the broadcast, is getting a live feed down to the Kaskasuo cam.
I was thinking the other day we should mic up a player.
Tufte for Johnny Brodzinski back across, and Tufte can't get a stick on it. Tria will look to respond back the other way. Noah Cates with it, carrying it into the zone. Knocked away by Tufte. Now a bad turnover there as Anders Lee will send it back across for Cates. Brady Shea out front off the pad, and Lee couldn't quite get the stick on the rebound.
Jimmy Schultz was wide open there.
Now here's Nick Jensen up the right side. Has a trailing Brodzinski and finds him. Johnny Brodzinski across to Bryce. Hit a skate on its way over, but he'll retrieve into the corner. Now Jensen left circle. Shot pass across will also hop up and out of play. So just as we were talking about having much fewer out-of-play whistles, we get 2 in about 2 minutes' time. And the face-off will once again come to the blocker side of Bischel.
Well, that'll give you a chance to finish your thought on axe throwing.
Yeah, Jimmy Schultz, apparently big axe thrower. What
Really?
I am told from my research department,
He likes axe throwing.
Jimmy Schultz enjoys competitive axe throwing.
Well, I'm sure his pro club loves hearing that.
You should hit him up on that.
Should hit him
Now,
up and
I
ask him to
shouldn't
go
say
axe
throwing. It says lumberjack competitions.
Oh, that could mean a lot
But
of things.
what else does a lumberjack do?
You never watched lumberjack competition on ESPN?
I can't say I have.
Oh
I just
my
figured it was
gosh.
axe throwing.
Well, you use a bandsaw and you saw trees and stuff. And then
Broken up
there's
by Lee.
something with a piece of wood like as tall as a telephone pole.
Oh, is that when they run on the rolling log in the water, or is
Yes.
that some? Oh,
Yes.
I do like that one. I have seen that.
See?
That's a good time.
That's what happens when your parents spring for cable.
Jacob Bernard Docker up the right wing side. Shoulder save made by Bischel, who has been ever so sharp thus far in this one. Just the one goal allowed. 2-on-1 look back the other way. Pagansky backhand shot off the side of the cage. Gets it back in the far corner. Under 6 to play now in the first half from Braemar. 3-1 lead for Tria over Walser. 3 different scorers. Eric Holla, Jimmy Schultz, and Noah Cates for Tria. Bryce Brodzinski, the lone scorer for the boys in light blue and Walser. Bryce Brodzinski for Bernard Docker. I saw a very interesting, very niche stat about Bernard Docker, and if you haven't looked at your notes packet yet for him, I'm going to quiz you.
Okay.
Jacob Bernard Docker has the most goals in the NHL from one specific area of the ice. What part of the ice do you think it is, and how many?
From one specific area
One
of
specific
the ice.
thing. I would divide the ozone into like 9 quadrants.
9?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like three up close, 3 in the middle, and 3 far away. Reinke's shot goes high.
Let's call it the left hash.
So left middle?
Yep.
No. Jacob Bernard Docker has the most goals in the NHL from the right point, the right blue line. He has 3. NHL had a stat. They put it out there. Coincidentally, you know who had the most goals from right outside of the goal? Zach Hyman with about 25.
Well, no kidding. I mean, you could watch a highlight reel of Zach Hyman and 0 goals would come from anywhere higher than the dots.
Justin Hull with a hard shot there that goes high. Zach Hyman is the NHL equivalent to me of like 2016 Klay Thompson for the Golden State Warriors, where he just wouldn't dribble at all, just big catch and shoot guy. I feel like backdoor tap-ins are that equivalent in the NHL.
I feel like there's a higher degree of difficulty with NBA three-pointers, though.
That's fair.
As opposed to goal line tap-ins. That's a crazy stat. How did
Jensen with it, gets it across.
Bernard Dockers, I mean. From
Yeah.
the right point, he leads the NHL in goals.
Yeah, there you have it. Brady Shea up ahead for Rao. Hollow's all alone inside. Can't get it across for him. Now Holla gets it back. He's in the zone with Shea. Shot. Glove save made by Kaskasuo. Shakes it out of the glove and drops it off for JBD. 3:20 to play. Now in our first half. These two sides got off to a hot start in the scoring department. Not much to speak of since then. A prolonged scoring drought. Neither side really been able to shake it. Give credit to Kaskasuo and Bischel in goal. They have been solid, but they haven't really been picking corners. Now on the back door, Noah Cates scores.
Assisted by
Jimmy Schultz.
Yeah.
Noah Cates, his second of the evening, 5th of the season.
You see how much height he got on that shot.
Really roofed it.
Oh my gosh.
From very tight. Kaskasuo just kind of flopping after it, but unable to get any piece of that puck. Noah Cates, his second of the game. 4-1 Tria lead.
Virtually 0 effort, and he managed to loft the puck almost into the upper 90 from so close. Is there a way to measure wrist strength?
Tufty across to Lindgren. Yeah, quite the launch angle on that puck.
Yeah. Do it
Noah
again.
Cates now, and that one tipped up into the netting by Bernard Docker. They'll play on as Letary with possession for Walser. Boy, launch angle is something you hear a lot about in baseball, and I wonder if there are any applications for hockey in launch angle. Maybe on slap shots from the point, you want like an optimal launch angle. I don't really know. Lee, no-look score! You see that?
I did. Kaskasuo didn't.
Anders Lee was looking pretty much right at us,
That
and he
was
slides
sweet.
it through the 5-hole. What
Watch
a
that
goal
replay.
for the New York Islander. Staring Riley Tufty right in the eyes, and he slides it through the 5-hole of Kaskasuo.
With just a 1:20 to go. That's ouch.
5-1 lead for Tria, the back-to-back goals within the last couple of minutes from Noah Cates and Anders Lee. 5-1. Let's see if Walser has an answer before the break. Tufty breaking it out in front. If Riley Tufty cares at all about his health and well-being, he will not watch the replay of that clip. A tough scene for the Blaine Bengal. Johnny Brodzinski over the line. Less than a minute's play here in our first half. Tufty got left out to dry that time. Can Lee do it again? He's on the breakaway.
Nope.
Shoulder save made by Kaskasuo.
Maybe he felt bad about scoring the no-look goal and he
Probably.
decided he's just going to feather it into his chest.
I wouldn't be surprised if he sandbagged that one. Lee from the left side. You just can't hit back-to-back clips like that.
No, not without ruining the game.
On the far side, Jimmy Schultz working it down low. Brady Shea working through the legs of Brodzinski. Passes it across. We're going to get a whistle here.
What is going on?
Too many men on the ice.
Too many.
Walser had 5 men out there. And they're still out there. Lindgren,
Oh my
Letary, Johnny and Bryce Brodzinski, and Malinsky.
Let Jimmy Schultz take the penalty shot.
We are going to need to hear from
No,
our,
not Anders Lee.
from our media guy if that has ever happened before. Anders Lee with a chance with 4 seconds left. Backhand save is made. The clock will run now.
Jimmy Schultz would have scored that.
And that'll do it for our first half. So what I believe to be a DBL first, a too many men penalty We will hear from our statsman Craig Roberts, I'm sure, shortly in an email.
Yeah.
But a crazy end to a first half of play. Your thoughts on the first?
Oh, I mean, if Lee had scored that goal there, I thought it might have been curtains, but I think both teams are still in it. We could be looking at a photo finish.
And a banding at ice level with Curtis McKenzie.
I'm joined now with Curtis McKenzie from Team Tria. And Curtis, it's the off season, obviously. We're here at the Beauty League. So what does a typical day in the life of Curtis McKenzie look like in the off season?
I try waking up before the kids, get to the gym, have my coffee, come back and take them to the park or do something during the day.
What time do the kids wake up?
Usually when I'm at workout, so that helps. I try going early for that, so mom gets the wake up duties, but no, they're ready to go when we get home. It's the best.
And have you been spending any time on the lake this summer?
My in-laws have a great cabin, so a lot of time weekends out there, so it's best part of Minnesota.
Yes, I agree. The land of 10,000 lakes. Thank you, Curtis. Good luck in this next half.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. Good to hear from Curtis McKenzie, and good to have Anna back after a week away. It is as good a time as any to remind you that Walser is a multi-generational family business that is still family-owned and operated today. Nearly all new and used Walser vehicles come with Walser Care, a complimentary limited powertrain warranty. Check out walser.com to learn more. Tria is proud to provide world-class orthopedic and sports medicine care for the athletes in the Beauty League. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, you'll get the same expert orthopedic care when you're treated by Tria. Schedule online today at tria.com. Brady Shea with it in the corner, trying to work his way out front. Now he'll leave it for Pagansky on the far side. Our second half is underway, and would you look at that, they have updated the scoreboard to reflect that it is the second half. That did not happen in game one. We are making strides here at Braemar Arena, folks.
Short strides, but strides nonetheless.
Baby steps. Baby steps. Next step is shots on goal. We get a whistle here, and I believe they called offsides with a stretch pass, perhaps. Didn't quite see it.
This is by far the most whistles I've seen in a week of the Beauty League.
Last week was pretty rough.
Was it?
They called it pretty tight last week.
I don't remember it that way. I could be wrong.
Lindgren will drop it off for Bernard Docker. A tough offensive first half for Walser. They came in averaging 11 goals per game, just one goal in that first half. We'll see what it takes for them to break the seal here in the second. Worth noting, both sides still with use of their Dick's House of Sport double puck. We'll see how that comes into play as things shake out here later in the second.
If they manage to get to 11 goals and match their average in the second half, I don't know, I would be stunned.
I thought you were going to make me some sort of offer
wager?
there. Not even a wager, just something for free because of the way you phrased that. I was looking forward to hearing what you had in mind, but
Diet Coke.
make it a regular Coke and you're on.
Okay, fair enough. I'm not saying they're going to. That would be a terrible bet.
No, I'm saying if it happens, you're going to buy me a Coke.
Yes.
Bet. Malinsky from between the circles. Working his way inside, save made by Bischel. Now it's good. I have something to cheer for. Walser, let's start scoring.
I've got Jimmy Schultz. You've got the entirety of the Walser team. Okay.
Brodzinski up to the point. Bad turnover there, and it's a breakaway look for Kyle Rao. Down the left side, he scores. Kyle Rao fights through the back check, gets it through the wickets of Kaskasuo. Tria picks up right back where they left off at 6-1.
Honestly, I think that back check might have been the reason the puck went in. It changed the direction of the shot attempt and might have even gotten a piece of the puck.
Kyle Rao, his second of the season. Could not be any worse than the own goal we had late in the first game from Ryan Chesley, I believe. Just a tough scene. Brady Shea, one-timer. Oh! From his knees, Eric Halla. The DBL league leader in goals has his second of the game, his ninth of the season. From his knees, from between the dashes, just chops at it. Kaskasuo's beside himself. It's 7-1.
We might be seeing the double puck a little earlier than usual if the gap continues to widen.
7-1, under 20 to play here in the second half. Hala wrap around try. Kaskasuo got around for that one. Now Easton Brodzinski springs Letary up the right side. Letary sends it wide. Rims all the way around. Kaskasuo will take it from behind his net. Nick Jensen there for it. Bernard Docker. Letary into the zone. Cutting inside, now finds Jensen to the far post. Tufty working out in front. Bischel stays with him and denies entry. Noah Cates, it's a 3-on-1 with Hala and Hull. Cates across, broken up by Bernard Docker.
A little surprised Noah didn't fire that puck there. It looked like he wanted to, and then at the last second toss it across.
Tufty, 5-hole score. Beauty of a goal from Riley Tufty. And Walser gets one back, 7-2.
He's so graceful. For someone that tall, I mean, he's just so graceful.
The 26-year-old in the Boston Bruins organization just signed a one-year deal with the boys in black and gold. And Riley Tufty draws Walser back within 5 here in the second half. Malinsky up the right side. Centers off the skate of Lindgren, goes right to Lee, and he finds Paganski 2-on-1 with Tufty on the back check. He breaks it up. Lee gets it back, however, tries to find Reinke out front, broken up by Malinsky. Now a 2-on-1 back the other way for Walser. Malinsky with Johnny Brodzinski. Sends it across. Johnny, big glove save made by Bischel, and a beauty. A little bit of flair on that one.
It was a great back check by Paganski.
Paganski for Lee in the middle. Trying to work around Malinsky. Now Bryce Brodzinski takes it in the corner. 17.5 to play here from the Hornets' Nest, Edina, Minnesota. Schultz for Lee. That one goes behind him all the way down for Kaskasuo. Settles it down for Malinsky.
Lee should have caught that one.
Bryce Brodzinski into the zone, trying to split the D. Lost control to the left corner, and now pulls it out at the half wall. For Johnny. Tries to go short side. Nice save made there by Ryan Bischel, who has been ever so sharp here tonight. Certainly going to improve on his season stats, coming with a 9 goals against, a .743 save percentage. McKenzie had that one blocked by Kaskasuo. That one might have went in.
I thought that went in.
Kaskasuo makes a flashy glove save on the other end.
Well, I thought that one-handed try, I thought that might have gone over the line.
Boy, that was close, but the official was closer than we were and made the call, so I'm gonna trust in them on that one. Under 16.5 to play now here in Edina. Do we know if anything ever came of those thunderstorms earlier today? I know it was really
idea.
stormy for some of the folks on their way in. Bryce Brodzinski sends a backhand. I got the lovely automated phone call from the University of Minnesota informing me that there is a severe thunderstorm warning. And granted, it is much more applicable for me now than it is when I'm at home in Duluth, but still, I don't know why we're getting phone calls for that.
It seems a bit infantilizing. Is that a word?
We'll allow it. Oh. Johnny Brodzinski just infantilized Ryan Bischel. 7-3.
Boy, that shot had the authority of a father figure right there.
Johnny Brodzinski is second of the season. Walser now back-to-back goals. They're within 4. And perhaps more importantly than being within 4, they're within 2 scores with the Dick's House of Sport double puck.
Double puck. As for your question, no, I don't know what happened with the thunderstorms. Hockey arenas are a little bit like casinos in that way. There's no natural light coming in, so I have no idea what time it is. I can't tell you what the weather is. We're being pumped full of artificial oxygen.
Brady Shea for Rao between the circles. Near side for Howla, sends this one out front. Deflects up to the point for Hull. Intercepted by Letary. Up the left side, Holla with a heavy back check. Letary cuts it back, finds Easton Brodzinski. His shot goes wide.
That was a great move by Letary. A little puck flip on the backhand. Come on.
Malinsky between the dashes, tries to go across his body, ended up going too far across his body and misses to the blocker side of Bischel. JBD for Malinsky. To the far corner. Now back Letary right inside. Hard backhand, but the save made by Bischel, who drops it off for Shea. Holla in the neutral zone. Don't go anywhere after this. We will have game 3 of our triple header, tradition white, tradition maroon. The 4th iteration of what is sure to become a storied rivalry between the two sides.
And teams combined for over 20 goals last week. If you want to see highlights, you want to see scoring, stick around for the women's game.
Letary down in the dirty areas of the ice. Reinke pokes it away from him. Holla with it now. Back for Reinke. Over the line. Drop pass back for Cates. Working inside. Pad save made. Rebound try. Holla had that one roll up off his stick. Letary looking for Easton Brodzinski. He'll keep it and wrap it around. Looking for Jensen. Goes too far. Holla will take it. Feeds it to Letary. Right back to him. And Holla will take it back in his own zone. Cates tips it in. A chivalrous jaunt to the corner as Lindgren backhands it away.
Chivalrous jaunt to the corner.
It was very gentlemanly. They kind of looked at each other and had this little understanding that we're not going to go hard for this puck. Very gentlemanly of them.
That's a great description. Thank you, Mr. Webster.
Malinsky on the near side, doing my best Vin Scully for you. I feel like that was a Vinism.
Is he still alive?
No. R.I.P. Tufty, that one goes wide. Bob Euchre's still going, though.
He is?
Legendary Milwaukee Brewers radio man. Wow. They had a really great story about him in the lead up to the All-Star game on Fox. I thoroughly enjoyed watching that. Highly recommend.
What was his catchphrase?
I should know. I don't know if he really had like one go-to.
Okay.
Tufty across. Oh, well, he was the announcer in Major League. The just a bit outside.
Oh, okay.
That was him. That's what he's most known for, I would say, is Major League.
I know the line. I've never seen the movie.
Can't say I have either, which is embarrassing with as big of a baseball fan as I am.
Yeah.
My baseball movie experience is pretty slim. The Sandlot, Moneyball, Bertie Shea into the zone, backhand save made by Kaskasuo.
You're talking original Sandlot, right?
Oh, of course.
Okay, thank you.
Is there a remake?
Yes.
Ooh.
At least I think there was.
Bernard Docker down low. Johnny Brodzinski from a sharp angle goes wide. Long trek to get it for Lindgren, fresh off a one-year extension with the New York Rangers. He will skate at least one more year in New York City for the boys in blue and red. Hole on the near side, trying to tuck it home. Rebound try is blocked by Lindgren. Boy, he took a puck in a bad spot last week and now wearing another blocked shot. I think he's probably the only one with multiple blocked shots here in DBL this year. Kaskasuo stands up and clears for Lindgren.
The Rangers might have said, we want you for 3 years, but with the way you're blocking shots at the Beauty League, you might not last another season, so let's go with 1 year and see where we're at.
Bernard Docker, right circle. Johnny Brodzinski, now Tufty. The big, strong man he is. A little bit too strong that time, sends it high. I would be surprised if the Beauty League has ever come up in an NHL contract discussion.
You imagine Pat Brisson at the negotiating table going, well, you know, he had 15 goals at the Beauty League, so if you're not going to meet us on the 3.5.
McKenzie far corner. Maybe that's why Oliver Moore was going so hard. He knows that he's got to really show out for that first big NHL contract.
If that ever happened, I would hope that somebody would let us know.
Bryce Brodzinski back across, unable to finish it on the back end that time. Jensen was waiting for it. But who would let us know? I feel like that stuff stays pretty under wraps.
Maybe.
Lettieri rings the iron, and Reinke almost kicked that into his own net, but was able to keep it out.
I don't know. I feel like we could connect with an agent for at least, well, I know we could connect with an agent for at least one of these players. I don't think it would be that hard.
Brodzinski over the line. Lettieri unable to settle it down on the return feed. Back into neutral ice and back the other way, Jimmy Schultz with it. 7-3, the lead for Tria over Walser. Getting late here in the second half, the 4-goal lead for Tria. Walser hasn't chipped into it for a while.
I need 2 more from Schultz.
Bryce Brodzinski off the post again. Schultz with it for Lee. He's waiting on the back door. Thought Lee might go back around for him. This one hops up out of play.
We're getting into crunch time already.
We have a happy birthday wish at DBL.
Happy birthday, whoever that was. Good for you.
When's your birthday, Peter?
It's not important.
My spidey senses tell me October.
Nope.
All right. Are you just disappointed that I didn't already know? Here's Hollow working it to the forehand. Now back behind the net.
No, I'm just a little skittish about handing out my birth date. Now that it's possible in at least one state in our great country where you can delete somebody's voter registration as long as you plug in the correct information, which includes a birth date.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
Lettieri breaks it up, and now Hollow with it. I will share my birthday. My birthday is November 29th, and it is a pretty great birthday. Schultz now to the far side. Shea for Holla. It's a great birthday because it's always right after Thanksgiving. So most of the time you just knock out your family celebrations in that Thanksgiving week.
Nice.
Once in every 7 years, it is on Black Friday. It just so happens to be on Black Friday this year. I'm excited for that.
Wow, what are you going to buy?
That's a good question. Brodzinski over the line. Not so much like a shopping thing, but the Wild play the Blackhawks at home this year on November 29th.
Okay.
And I was seriously considering some tickets for that. Go to see Connor Bedard.
A couple of 500 teams battling it out.
Let's be nice. Bryce Brodzinski, save is made out front there.
I'd rather be accurate.
Let's be nice to our Minnesota teams. We want them to succeed. We have to cheer for their success, Peter.
I do want them to
I want to
succeed.
see you at the Minnesota Wild Championship Parade.
I think that might actually be doable. It might be easier to go to a Minnesota Wild Stanley Cup Parade than to get multiple credentials for the state high school hockey tournament.
There's a fun game we could play.
It's not even a joke.
What's easier? I don't doubt it.
Getting credential for the Stanley Cup playoffs or for the state high school tournament? Probably the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Tufty centers off the stick of Jensen. Backhand flip pass up ahead. Pagansky down the left side. Has Malinsky on him. Now finds Hull. Noah Cates on the near circle. Now a one-time look. Reinke off the post. We've had 3 posts in a row since our last goal.
There have been 10 goals scored in this game, but it feels like it's 0-0. I mean, I don't know what it is. There just doesn't seem to be a lot of fire on either side. We need somebody to start a fight.
Malinsky with it. Well, there have been 2 fights in DBL history. One of them involved Vinny Lettieri, and he is the captain for this Walser team. So perhaps that is what he will do to get the boys fired up for this late comeback over Tria.
Spice it up, Vinny.
Who do you think he would go after, though, looking at the Tria roster?
At the Tria roster, probably Pagansky.
I could see them mixing it up.
I could see that.
Easton Brodzinski over the line, cuts to the right side. He scores. I don't know how he got it in from that angle because Bischel looked to have most of the net covered, but Easton Brodzinski breaks the scoring drought for Walser, and it's 7-4.
I agree with you on the Bischel note. He's been so good all night, and he gives up one that, I thought it was dead to rights into his glove, but Walser within 3, and if they hit the double puck, 2 scores would put them up 8-7.
4:40 to go here in the second half. Neither side has used the Dick's House of Sport double puck. Perhaps we will get the, not even rare, but the always exciting double puck eclipse where both sides have it going at the same time. Bernard Docker works it all the way around town. Now here's Tufte up high. Good crowd on hand for night 4 of DBL. Bernard Docker to the right circle. Now this one deflected up into the netting. They'll keep it alive as Schultz takes it for Tria.
There's one of those chivalrous agreements you were talking about.
No, it's just super gentlemanly of them. Very sportsmanlike.
I know. I'm saying if somebody wanted to play it off the black netting, I wouldn't blame them.
Jimmy Schultz nails Brady Shea in the thigh with that puck. Now McKenzie with it. Down low, Anders Lee cherry picking a little bit. Call that the Nate Schmidt. Lee threads it through. McKenzie tangled up there with Tufte. Bernard Docker retrieves. Up ahead for Lindgren.
That's not Jimmy's
Center
fault.
pass,
It's not Jimmy's
Johnny
fault.
Brodzinski, backhand, Bischel save. Lindgren for Jensen now. Cutting to the net. Flutters up into the air. Tufte unable to finish it on the back door. 3:10 to go. Still neither side has used the double puck. Jensen trying at it now. And Hull will take it into the corner.
Pretty sure I'm not going to have to buy you a Coke.
I forgot about that until he said it now,
Dang
and
it.
I am disappointed. Malinsky scores right on cue.
Look at that.
Sam Malinsky, the quest for the Coca-Cola is not dead. It's 7-5.
Are they gonna give him the double puck? No, come on. Don't give him the 2. Don't give him the 2-for. Don't do that.
We await a scoring decision. Oh, they do give it to him.
Come on.
Sam Malinsky, a double puck goal. It's questionable, to say the least, but it's 7-6.
They give him the 2 goals, and then they put the 2 minutes on the board. How about that?
Incredible.
Only at the Beauty League.
A hot puck goal for Walser. Holla back the other way. Good shot. Cascasuo save. Rebound swept away. Reinke at the point. That is the second double puck goal for Walser. First one in week 2 from Riley Tufte. Now Sam Malinsky here in week 4 gives them their second on the season. 2:17 to play. Cascasuo. Ooh, took a little bit of a stick there from Holla. Little bit of a stick across the chest there.
We'll review the GoPro footage.
Letary back. And now the hot puck has also been lit for Tria. So we do have the double puck eclipse. Both sides have it going here. 1:50 to play. So the next score is going to be a big one.
It's going to be massive.
For Walser, it would give them a 1-goal lead. For Tria, it would all but put this one away and give them a 9-6 lead. Lindgren in the corner, 45 seconds left for Walser. Bernard Docker's pass is intercepted. And Holla takes up the right side. He has logged some monster minutes tonight for Tria.
He's been out on the ice every time. Every time I've looked up and Tria's got the puck.
Holla ahead for Cates. Splits the D. Now Schultz into the corner. Tria happy to play the possession game here. Holla for Shea, one-timer. And a pad save made by a sliding Cascasuo. Last minute of play here. Holla inside off the post.
Oh.
13 seconds remaining on the double puck for Walser.
Oh, nice pass.
Tria with thorough control here in the zone. 5 seconds now. Cates across for Holla. That will do it. And now any Walser goal would only tie the game and not give them a lead. Tria will retain the double puck rights until the end of regulation.
We might have overtime on our hands here.
Lindgren for Bernard Docker, 30 seconds left.
There goes Cascasuo.
Cascasuo to the net. The extra attacker is Easton Brodzinski. Letary going all the way around. Sends it out front. Bryce Brodzinski can't tip it home. 15 seconds to go. Easton Brodzinski right side. One-timer Letary. Sliding pad save is made by Bischel. To the left point, Letary. Through shot. Tipped by Brodzinski into the corner. Malinsky jabs at it. 4 seconds now.
Oh, no.
Malinsky, final push. That'll do it. Tria holds on to win it. 7-6, your final. Tria moves up to 500. They're 2-2.
Congratulations, Tria. Way to hang on for that victory, and I am convinced that the difference tonight was Jimmy Schultz.
A big win for Tria. After starting off the season 0-2, they now have back-to-back wins over Anderson and Walser. They are 2-2. They avenged their Week 1 loss to Walser, 15-9, and they come out on top in this one. Eric Holla, your player of the game, with a couple of goals. Noah Cates with a pair of goals as well. Both of our early games, both very good, very closely contested. Eric Holla will come over, sign a puck, flip it up. I'm not going to lie, I was a pretty big Eric Holla fan as a kid. I'm thinking about standing up and jumping up and down.
Are you going to run down there, or are you going to go Zach Hampel a kid?
No,
and
I'm
steal the puck?
gonna try to get his attention up here. No, that's
into the crowd.
into the crowd. I don't think a clean catch was made there.
No, it was
Let's
not.
hope
I think
that-
it's up for grabs.
Let's hope that Sharpie didn't smear. The prized possession of an Eric Holla signed MVP puck. As he makes his way down the tunnel, that will do it for Game 2 here from Edina. Don't go anywhere, folks. When we return, Tradition White and Tradition Maroon in our nightcap. And I believe that is, who is that down there skating across?
It is a
Ella Huber?
Gopher wearing number 11.
Looks like Ella Huber to me, regardless of who it is. Great to see a good women's game right after this. Don't go anywhere, folks. DBL here from Edina. Game 3 on tap here from Braemar Arena. It's our third game of our DBL triple header. Tradition Capital and Tradition Mortgage here from Edina. Will Peterson, Peter Rodney, Anna Banning down at ice level. Peter, handful of new names this week. Ella Huber, Gabby Hughes, Emily Zumwinkle, Maggie Flaherty, Sam Brose. It's our fourth matchup of the women's side. What are you looking forward to here in this one?
I am greatly looking forward to watching Gabby Hughes. Gabby led Centennial all those years ago. She and Annika Linzer led Centennial to a state championship performance and one of the most dominant duos in girls high school hockey history here in Minnesota. She's got a great shot, fantastic athlete. She's also something of a superstar humanitarian. She's been nominated for several awards via the NCAA for her charity work, so nice to see Gabby Hughes in the building.
Now, was that state championship pre or post Spring Lake Park merger?
Very pre. This was a long time ago.
Gotcha. Panic sends one up and over the net. Tradition Capital's in white. They're skating from left to right. Tradition Mortgage's in maroon, skating from right to left. That one goes just wide of the goal of Nicole Hensley, returning for her third week here of Djibouti League. On the other side, Maddie Rooney in goal for Team White. Zumwinkle's pass intercepted by Steckline. Snodgrass with it at neutral ice. Over the line, drops it back for Emily Zumwinkle. And she possesses it into the right corner, now drops for Hughes. Be interested to see what kind of hockey is played here in this one. First couple of weeks were very tight, dare I say very physical, and then last week kind of felt like the foot was taken off the gas a little bit. Definitely a lot more of the showmanship type stuff. So we'll see what the outcome is here in week 4. I will say from the early going, it seems to be a little bit tighter than last week. Perhaps we found the happy medium between the two, and as I say that, it's a breakaway for Gabby Hughes. Working inside, sending it across. Ella Huber scores.
What a rocket.
An absolute laser through the 5-hole for Ella Huber. Welcome to the Beauty League. 1-0 Maroon.
Just squeaks over the line. Goaltender for Capital, Maddie Rooney, went one way, the puck went the other. And I'll be curious to see how Mortgage does, having only 8 total skaters tonight. 4 on the ice, 4 on the bench. Capital has 9 total skaters tonight.
We have just heard from our analytics department that shot from Ella Huber measured at 95 miles an hour for the first goal for Tradition Mortgage.
Is that Fahrenheit or Celsius?
Kelvin.
Of course you would say Kelvin.
Mobley's shot goes up and over the net.
Hipster.
I like Fahrenheit more than Celsius. I know that Celsius makes more sense as Steckline works into the zone. On the backhand, she scores.
Oh, my goodness.
Lee Steckline, backhand 5-hole, back-to-back goals for Maroon. It's 2-0.
Wow, another one just on the ice. 2 5-hole goals. A little surprised here.
Tough start for Maddie Rooney, letting in back-to-back 5-hole dribblers, but for Mortgage, it is a big start. Lee Steckline and Ella Huber, each with a goal in the early going. Just over 3 minutes in, it's 2-0. No, but getting back to my point on Fahrenheit, this is ever since I've heard it described this way. As a wraparound goal, Flaherty scores. Maggie Flaherty, another newcomer this week. And Tradition Capital answers right back. It's 2-1.
Maggie Flaherty was here last week.
Was she?
She was.
Well, there you go. She is not new.
She's the one who filled me in on how to pronounce Kirsten Sims' first name.
There you go.
Yeah.
Maggie Flaherty, you are not new. You are returning. And you have scored a goal for Capital. It's 2-1. Now, if I can elaborate on Fahrenheit, imagine someone asked you on a scale of 1 to 100 how hot it is. That is what Fahrenheit is. Like what percent hot it is. 50 degrees is 50% hot.
Yeah.
And then anything above or below 0 or 100 is negative or like hyperbolic hot.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense.
Well, it makes sense to me. It's kind of like how inches and feet make so much more sense in the metric system.
I disagree with that one.
Well, okay, you know what? America does it right. The rest of the world does it wrong.
The fact that we have not adopted to a system that is like mathematically perfect in terms of conversion with like units of 10. Like how many feet are in a mile, Peter?
5,280.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't think you were going to get that one. Good get.
Why not?
I don't know. How many
feet are in a mile? 5,280.
How many inches are in a mile? You can't tell me that. You could tell me. I could tell you how many meters are in a kilometer.
5,280 times 12.
Yeah, do that math.
It's like 65,000.
Actually,
Craig Roberts.
take over play-by-play. I'll try to do the math in my head.
Okay. Hughes cutting in from the red line across the blue line. She's got help with her if she wants it. Shifts to the backhand, now into the middle. Looking for one of the Zumwinkels. A little aggressive play for Maddie Wethington. It comes out to center. Hughes on the backhand shifts it over, looking for Huber. It's intercepted and turned back into the neutral zone. Emily Zumwinkle gathers it up, skating opposite sister Grace tonight. Been on the same team for seemingly their entire lives, but not tonight. Not tonight.
I have returned, and that is too much math for me to do in my head right now, so.
Why'd you try doing it in your head? I thought you were going to use a calculator.
No, I was trying to do it in my head.
Yeah.
Doesn't work. Norcross into the corner. Now a stretch pass. Uh-oh, Taylor Heisey on a breakaway. Sports Center top 10. No. Hensley makes the save, and she gets it back and puts it home on the backhand.
Wow, what a goal by Nate Schmidt. Taylor Heisey.
Taylor Heisey evens us up at 2. Didn't get the breakaway to go, but wraps it around and beats Nicole Hensley. We are knotted up at 63,360 inches in the mile is our final verdict.
Everyone was waiting for that.
Flaherty drops it off for Grace Zumwinkle. Both the Zumwinkles playing in this one, both wearing number 19 for their respective sides. Audrey Wethington is stripped by Snodgrass, who pokes it into neutral ice, taken again by Grace Zumwinkle. Drops it off for Sam Brose. Now, I know for a fact Sam Brose is a newcomer.
Yes.
Sam Brose is here for the first time. Brother of Tristan, a
sister.
Sister, of course. Tristan is her brother.
There you go. Tristan is her brother. Sam
Panic
Brose.
down low.
Part of a trio at the Blake School. She, Ellie Morrison, and Susie Higuchi.
Audrey Wethington inside. She scores. Top shelf goal for Audrey Wethington from right inside. Below the circles. 15 and a half to play. 3-2 White. White has scored 3 unanswered after allowing back-to-back to start our play. Audrey Wethington adds on the most recent one, and it is 3-2.
Just when we thought it was going to be a little more of a defensive battle, we've had 5 goals in the last 3.5 minutes.
Emily Zumwinkle with it now. Less than 15 minutes to play. Barine now drops it off for Snodgrass. She skates up the left side, cutting inside. Backhand shot rolls off her stick. Rooney was there to make the save.
A lot of Blake and Breck on the ice tonight.
Yeah, kind of noticed that over the first 2 weeks, but definitely more pronounced here.
Yeah, Mobley, Wethington, Brose, Zumwinkle.
Brown working inside. Barine with the try, and Rooney ended up sitting on it, but she gets up. Teammates will clear the puck out to center. Mobley backhand pass for Maddie Wethington. Stick check from Panic, and Maddie's into the zone.
It reminds me of the good old days in girls high school hockey when the section final between Breck and Blake in Class A was one of the games of the year every year.
Mobley pulls into the corner. Huber battling for it. Maroon comes free with it as Brown holds. Now back for Brown. You would be the guy to ask, Peter. I really have not tapped much into the girls' high school hockey scene for this upcoming season.
You're messing out, dude.
Who are the early favorites in both classes?
Oh, my gosh. Well, Warroad, three-time defending state champions, return a ton. I'm talking like the entire top line is back. Warroad is going to be fantastic. Hill Murray is going to be outstanding this coming season. A couple of their best players might honestly be sophomores this year. Hill Murray is going to be really, really good. Minnetonka, it feels like they graduate so much every season, but Minnetonka just reloads. Edina is going to be fantastic yet again. I hate to break it to people hoping for a dark horse in the race. It's probably not going to happen. I mean, Andover might I shouldn't even say Andover's going to drop. I mean, they're so good every season. But in Class A, yeah, Warroad. I mean, Proctor Hermantown will still probably be good just based on numbers. Moorhead will be very good again next year. Roseau.
Sounds like a lot more of the same is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, the talent is concentrated. In girls hockey, it's concentrated, certainly more than the boys game, and part of that is just sheer number of players, right?
Heisey pokes this one over the line. Now closing inside is Gilday. She scores. Rory Gilday, 4 goals in a row now for Tradition Capital. It's a 4-2 lead.
And I should preface all of that with saying I haven't done any of my previews yet. At YHH, we take a lot of pride in our commitment to the girls' side of high school hockey. The boys tend to get all of the attention, but we do try to put a lot of effort into our girls' prep. And honestly, I don't know all of the transfers yet this year, and that could certainly change some things.
Abby Barine down the left side, poked at by Rooney. She'll clear it out of there. Zumwinkle over the line, now cuts to the backhand out front. Save made by Hensley. And she will set it up on a tee. I only made it to one girls' high school game this year for the entirety of it. It was the Class A quarterfinal, last game of the day, Proctor Hermantown against Warroad. What a game that was. Overtime win for Warroad on their way to their, like you said, 3rd consecutive state title game. Yeah, it was a fun time from the Xcel Energy Center. Probably would have went back if Proctor Hermantown had advanced, but yeah, definitely worth the price of admission.
I would also be remiss if I didn't mention Centennial Spring Lake Park and Benilde St. Margaret's.
Centennial Spring Lake Park. What co-op name are they going under? Huber on the near
Cougars.
side. Cougars?
Cougars.
Oh, own goal!
Oh.
Saw it earlier in the boys' game. It was Chesley, and it must be something about those Gophers because this time it's Maddie Wethington.
Right off the heel. She's hearing about it right now from her sister.
Tradition Capital still technically has been the last team to touch the last 5 pucks that went into the net. But this time it's an own goal. Maddie Wethington pots it. And they give the goal to Ella Huber, so a multi-goal game for her. It's 4-3.
Now, speaking of Benilde St. Margaret's, there's Kelly Panic, co-head coach of the Red Knights.
Panic down low. Flaherty will flip this one to the far side. Sam Brose takes it. Less than 10 to play in our first half of our 3rd game here from the Braemar Arena. Edina, Minnesota. Audrey Wethington's shot is gloved down that time by Hensley. Steckline will set up the offense here. Bank pass ahead, Snodgrass. Now here's Panic over the line. Her shot comes down from the rafters, and Rooney is able to make the save. Jeez. And now a stretch pass back the other way. Flaherty. Backhand try goes wide.
Oh, it just wobbled off the backhand.
Hughes with it now again. 9 minutes to play. Frenzy of back and forth action. First the puck goes up into the rafters. Now we have back-to-back breakaways. Barine poking at it. Mobley will clear it away for White. Hughes down the left side for Snodgrass. Her shot saved, made, rebound, try, swept away by White into the corner. 8:40 to go.
It looked like Snodgrass fanned on that a little bit.
Stretch pass back the other way. Grace Zumwinkle breakaway try goes high. At the right half wall, she'll work it up. Stripped away. And back the other way is Barine for Maroon. Drops it for Hughes. Hughes breaking inside, tried to go to the backhand, broken up by Maddie Wethington. Brown with it again. The 18s come together. She's in there with Mobley. And now worked up ahead, Barine. Cuts to the right circle. Shot, stick save made by Rooney, swept to her left.
This game's starting to take on a little bit of a Big 12 college football tinge with all the long passing, wide open ice. It's like watching Mike Leach versus Mike Leach.
Big 12 college football. Man, I have missed Saturday afternoons of college football. The new college football video game has got me all sorts of jazzed up. The conference realignment has dulled my excitement just a little bit. I am really going to miss the Pac-12, but the Big 10 will be fun.
Well, you know what? The Pac-12 should have said yes to the TV deal that it got offered.
Yeah, fair point. They kind of looked the gift horse in the mouth on that one.
Well, I just listened to a 45-minute podcast episode. It was an interview.
That's over.
That's a goal.
Over the line, they score. Savannah Norcross that time.
Oh,
Pots it for White, 5-3.
oh, it looked like a top spinning across the line.
Heisey had it on the right side, sent it across.
Watch the puck spin.
Oh. Hensley stopped about 90% of the forward momentum of that one, but it sneaks over the line. It's 5-3.
90's not 100.
That it is not. Heisey settles it down.
It was a 45-minute podcast episode, and it was an interview with somebody who studies private equity as their profession, and they were dissecting how private equity, for lack of a better term, will eventually place all of its tentacles inside college football and take over.
Norcross on the back door, and that's another goal. Heisey over to Norcross for the second consecutive goal for Savannah Norcross, and it's 6-3.
No hat tricks yet, though, huh?
No hat tricks yet. Savannah Norcross has a pair. Ella Huber has a pair for Maroon, but one of those was an own goal by Maddie Wethington. Kelly Panic for Emily Zumwinkle. Shot, rebound, score! Kelly Panic, quick answer for Maroon. And just like that, back to a 2-goal game, 6-4.
They've authorized another sheet of ice here at Braemar Ice Arena. They might need to authorize some extra spending to replace the bulbs in the scoreboard. They're going to be burned out by the end of the night.
Kelly Panic, one of the most decorated Minnesota women's hockey players, draws Maroon back within 2. 6-4 now as Emily Zumwinkle will take it behind her own cage. Snodgrass with it. Backhand pass ahead for Panic. Now trying to get it back to Snodgrass. Broken up at the line. White with possession, working from left to right. Centering look out front. Maddie Wethington that time unable to get a good shot off. Maroon stretch pass back the other way. Too far for Snodgrass. Flaherty will take it in the corner. Less than 5 to play in our first half. White with a 6-4 lead over Maroon here in our third of 3 games. 2 great games on the men's side, with Element taking down a shootout win over Anderson, and Tria with a tight win over Walser. 1-goal win there. Nice play there for Grace Zumwinkle. Backhand. She puts it home. It's 7-4.
Well, do we see north of 25 goals tonight in the women's game?
I would take the under on that one.
You're going to take the under? I'll take the over on that one. I'll take over 25.
A gentleman's bet has been made. 4 minutes to play. The unofficial live over-under has been set at 25.
The stream should get a ticker like ESPN with the odds for literally every athletic competition.
Gilday with it. We would be shut down so fast by so many regulatory committees.
Like which one?
The SEC.
The Southeastern Conference?
Zumwinkle down low, Audrey Wethington. No, the FCC. Not the SEC. The FCC. That's what I'm thinking of.
Oh, what about ABC?
NBC.
Oh, CBS.
You even watch the Olympics? Oh, Steckline scores. Talking about Olympiads.
I'm too busy watching Lee Steckline score goals, dog.
The Olympic gold medalist and the two-time silver medalist puts one up high. It's her second of the game, and it's 7-5.
I will say that I've watched a little bit of the Olympics. I would watch much more if Lee Steckline was involved, because that would mean it would be hockey for one thing. The Winter Olympics, much better than the Summer Olympics.
Flaherty with it on the near side. So you're just a winter guy. You hate the summer's weather. You hate the summer's Olympics.
Pretty much. Not a huge fan of grilling either.
Mobley from between the dashes. Will work her way all the way around. Down low, Heisey. That not go in. Boy.
Help me out here. I picked the over on 25 goals. You got to give it to me.
That one evidently catches the iron and stays out. Flaherty down low now for Heisey. Now back Flaherty. Left corner out front for Heisey. Poked
Nice
away
play.
by Hensley with the stick. Good poke check there from the veteran goaltender.
Rip it.
Maddie Wethington does rip it, but the save is made by Hensley again.
You ever seen Maddie Wethington take a slap shot?
I'm sure I have a time or two.
Terrifying.
Maybe we'll get to see one here. Snodgrass down the left side, across, back and forth. Beautiful goal.
My gosh, that was gorgeous.
Tic-tac-toe. Natalie Snodgrass finishes it off. Oof. Beautiful goal for Maroon. It's 7-6.
Boy, that was pretty, huh?
Back and forth they go. Snodgrass gets it back and beats Maddie Rooney on the blocker side. 7-6, just over a minute left here in the first. Up the left side, Emily Zumwinkle. There's a little physicality. Mixing it up with Maddie Wethington. Oh, and then she's tripped up. We have a storyline to track here. Heisey down the left side between the dashes, goes wide.
Even when she misses, she gets the biggest cheer out of everybody. How do you like that?
Bank pass up ahead. Gilday will control for White. 42 seconds left. Grace Zumwinkle up the left side, has Heisey with her, pulls it off into the corner, forced there by Huber. Heisey right side, under 30 to go now. Huber and Mobley in the far side corner, dropped off for Panic, 20 ticks. Maroon with possession here. And now Barine over the line, left circle, rings the iron, it hops up into the netting. They will play on. Huber with it for Maroon, 8 seconds now. They're gonna have to go quick if they want to get a shot off Steckline, and that will do it for our first half. As Steckline can't hold the zone. The horn sounds 7-6.
Bobbles McGee on the
At
blue
the
line
break,
there.
White over Maroon, Capital over Mortgage. A good first half of play. We are going to go down to ice level with Maddie Wethington.
I'm here with Madeline Wethington. And Madeline, are you from Minnesota?
Yeah, I am.
And things are heating up here at the Beauty League and obviously outside, especially with the forecast.
Gosh, yeah.
Super hot. Have you been spending a lot of time on the lake?
On the weekends, yeah, I have a cabin up in northwestern Wisconsin, so we try to go up there as much as we can on the weekends. Yeah, it's great.
What about the lakes here in Minnesota?
I love the lakes here. I just don't get on them as much as I do at my cabin. I love to slalom water ski and weed tube and kayak and paddleboard and all that, so it's a lot of fun.
Great summer activities. Well, I have a challenge for you with the remaining seconds we have left. Try to name as many Minnesota lakes as you can.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Minnetonka, Prior Lake, White Bear Lake, Gull Lake, Lake Superior, Fond du Lacs, Itasca, Lake Harriet, Lake Harriet, Bedamaka, Nokomis, Lake of the Isles.
Wow, you know your lakes, even though your cabin's in Wisconsin. Thank you so much. Good luck in the second half.
Thanks.
Thank you, Anna. Good to hear from Maddie Wethington. I think Grace Zumwinkle took a tumble in the background of the interview, but always good to hear from the 2019 Minnesota Miss Hockey. Tradition is a family of Minnesota-based companies working for good in our communities while connecting the dots for all of your land development, financial services, and home building needs. Learn more at traditionco.com. We are ready to go for the second half from Edina. White wins the draw. Audrey Wethington will control over the line.
I thought I was the only one who saw Zumwinkle go down.
No, I had a keen eye on that one.
All of a sudden, her feet just went out from under.
Maroon with control now. Our final half of the hockey day, half number 6 of 6. And it's hard to believe that we're going to be closing the book on week 4 of Djibouti League here in 2024.
We're almost halfway there.
Steckline, long shot from the point. Glove down by Rooney. She'll keep it in play for Norcross there. Audrey Wethington up the left side, fighting through a couple stick checks. Looking for Zumwinkle out front. Save made by Hensley, and she leaves it behind for Steckline. Now up ahead, Barine, who's in with Hubert. Barine will keep it, and she fired it just high. You could see the window she was aiming at.
She
had that top corner, but went just a bit too high.
Too high. Oh, long pass.
Norcross, bad change by Huber. It's going to be a breakaway. Norcross inside, save made by Hensley.
I feel less confident about my over bet now.
Here's Flaherty down the right side. In the corner. Now out front, they score. Another 5-hole goal right there. Goes right through, and White expands their lead. It's 8-6.
Oh, Hensley shrugging her shoulders and burying her face in her hands. I don't know what else she was supposed to do on that one.
Olivia Mobley putting it through the 5-hole that time. The first goal of the second half goes to Capital, and it is an 8-6 ball game.
Scoring for Traditional Capital Bank number 18, Olivia Mobley.
Now here's a one-time look back the other way. Maddie Wethington as Hensley slides across to make the save. We still have not had either team use the double puck. Snodgrass inside, save made by Rooney. And White will work back the other way. Neither side has used their double puck. The 2-minute window in which all goals scored for the team who triggered it count as 2. Saw it come into play in both of our earlier games. And as play continues to tick on, we will track the benches and see when each side is going to think about using it. Panic left circle. All the way inside. Shot, save, rebound, chance. And just laying there with the pad spread was Rooney, but somehow she gets the job done.
Wow, Maddie Rooney just selling out, covering the whole goal line. At some point, the goalies get tired of being scored on.
Gilday right circle. Ooh, that went glove, crossbar, and out.
That was scary.
Hensley got a piece of that on the way in, but that was a heavy, heavy wrister. Mobley between the dashes. Now Gilday collapses on it. And Hensley covers up. I think the short benches are starting to have a little bit of an effect here. The second half has been a noticeably slower pace of play.
We're deteriorating a little bit here.
4 skaters on the maroon bench, 5 on the white bench. Thinner rosters than we have had in the first couple of weeks of DBL. Steckline with it up high, leaves it for Brown.
Foot race.
Foot race here. Coming out of her goal is Hensley to sweep it away, and Steckline will take it. Up the right side, centering pass. Huber can't send it home. Would have been the hat trick for Ella Huber. And Audrey Wethington will take it. Backhand pass up ahead is knocked down at the half wall by Brown. Breen has it. Now it's a 2-on-0. This is not fair, and somehow Maddie Rooney makes the save.
Not fair for who?
Steckline up to the point, walks inside. Glove save made by Rooney through traffic.
Well, I should have mentioned this during the men's games, but tomorrow marks the official start of colleges being able to contact juniors to be in high school.
One-time look right there for Grace Zumwinkle, and she puts home the Taylor Heisey crossing pass. It's 9-6.
Well, that's what I get for mentioning boys hockey during the Debut League women's game. But as I was saying, good luck to everybody tomorrow. Have fun. Sift through those text messages, those phone calls. And if you don't hear from anybody, don't worry about it. You have forever and a day to be recruited.
Trivia time. Who was the first commitment announced at last year's August 1?
The first one?
Yes. It happened at about 11 a.m., about 11 hours in. Heisey in a 2-on-1, working inside behind the back passes behind Audrey Wethington.
You give me a hint on it?
St. Thomas Tommies.
Oh,
Maddie Wethington with it now. Stretch to the far side. Flaherty for Heisey. Norcross over the line. Sent to the far side. Glove save made by Hensley, flashing the leather.
Was it a transfer or was it a high schooler?
A high schooler who just finished his junior season in Minnesota high school.
Finished junior year or
Yes.
sophomore year?
Junior.
Junior year.
Norcross inside, goes to the backhand. And Hensley now has strung together a few nice saves. Down on the other end, this one goes up to the netting. They'll keep it alive as Maddie Wethington plays it.
The Bobby Cowan?
It is not.
Oh.
We are looking for someone out of Section 7.
Oh, geez. Henry Peterson.
Ding, ding, ding. Henry Peterson. Gabby Hughes down the right side.
That was my second guess.
Across Steckline. Can't send it home. It'll be interesting to watch tomorrow. Quite a few. It's a good class, top to bottom. We'll see what kind of movement we have across the board.
Yeah, I think that it's easier to say the good class thing about a sport that doesn't have as many variables when it comes to recruiting, like football. Football is easy because they all go through the same system, right? With hockey, there's certainly a lot of talent among the 08 birth years, but I mean, some guys are going to have to go through all 3 years of juniors before they get a crack at a D1 offer, and those guys could end up being the best of the college players.
Yeah, hockey, far from a linear sport. Very, very different from football, where nearly everyone is coming out of high school at the same time.
Yep.
Granted, some of that has changed a little bit in recent years with reclassification and everything that comes with that, but no, hockey definitely a sport where if you do commit early, great. If you don't, it's not the end of the world. And oftentimes, the late commitments end up doing better than the early ones.
Well, and it's just a verbal, right? I mean, nothing matters until you sign the NLI. And quite honestly, nothing matters until you're on campus, moved into the dorm.
Yeah, the goalposts have definitely shifted in college hockey. And, I mean, the stuff about the NLI has been true forever, but especially now with the transfer portal and the NIL scheme, it's just, it is a whole new ballgame.
Especially for, I mentioned Croy Kokendorfer as a potential transfer target within the next couple of years. The Robert Morris commit, especially at a position like goaltender where there's only one crease.
Panic 5-hole score. Kelly Panic now with multiple goals. 3 Maroon players with multiple goals, and it's 9-7.
That's what we call a balanced attack right there.
5-hole for the former Benilde St. Margaret Red Knight.
Well, Rooney got a stick on that, but not enough.
The former 4th overall pick in the NWHL draft by the Minnesota Whitecaps makes it a 2-goal game. Now Now here's Mobley up the left side, has some space, drops it back for Flaherty one time, kick save made by Hensley.
I thought we might see a no-look shot there. It looked like Mobley was searching the center of the ice. Thought she might take a shot at it.
Flaherty into the corner. Rimmed around, Gabby Hughes will chip at it there. She springs Snodgrass. It's a 2-on-1 with Emily Zumwinkle. Snodgrass. They crisscross, and that shot is sticked up to the netting. Mobley will play it there. Panic turns and fires it, intercepted by Mobley. Under 13.5 to play here from Edina. Our final of 3 games here, week 4 of the DBL season. Turned over, 2-on-0. Wethington gets it back. What a save by Hensley. Picked up the left leg, tilted almost like a right angle, and then Maddie Wethington just completely disregards anything that just happened. Maddie Wethington, her first of the game, and White builds their lead back up to 3.
Well, I think Audrey Wethington, she looked up and I think she panicked for a moment. She saw somebody ahead of her wearing the same jersey and forced the puck ahead, and whoever that was, I couldn't see the number, snapped it right back and said, excuse me, you're facing the right way. You shoot the puck.
Emily Zumwinkle with it now, trying to flip it ahead for Heisey. Heisey picked up an assist on that last goal, has 1 goal here in this one. Huber down the right side, unable to find Steckline out in front. White looking to break out. Knocked down by Barine. Now a prime chance. Back and forth they go, and Barine puts it home.
Wow.
Abby Barine gets her name on the score sheet. Maroon answers right back. It's 10-8.
Lee Steckline finishes a little body check on Zumwinkle behind the white net. Pops out. Gets the assist right there.
10-8 your score. Under 12 to play. Back and forth they go. White with the lead over Maroon. Capital over Mortgage. But a lot of game left to be played. It got stuck between left and yet. Left to be played here in this one. Both sides still have use of the Dick's House of Sport double puck, which at this point makes it a 1-score game for either side.
We've seen 1 double puck goal tonight. I'd like to see another one.
Huber in with Steckline. Huber across for Steckline, and is that not a goal? Yeah, now they signal.
That's a goal. That's a goal. Nobody's stronger on the stick than Lee Steckline.
A delayed reaction from our official, but Lee Steckline has a hat trick. 11 minutes to go, 10-9.
I want to watch the angle of this replay here. The pass is so hard in such a short distance, but another player might have bobbled that one considering the velocity of the pass. Lee Steckline, no such problem.
Norcross wins the draw for Heisey. Ella Huber picks up an assist on that last one. He's had a nice game with 2 goals to go with that helper.
Oh, what a pass.
Great
what a
pass. Inside, goes just wide.
All Swedish, no finish.
Good find there, but it's irrelevant as they cannot finish it off on the other end. 10-9 it remains. 10:15 to go here from Braemar. Barine chops at it, goes off for a change now. Maddie Wethington will control for White. Up ahead, there's Maggie Flaherty. Flaherty cutting inside between the dashes. Back up to the point, Brose will take it. Sam Brose, the only White skater to not score a goal in this one.
She'll get one before the game's over.
Will she get one right here? She will not, as Panic forced her outside that time and ends up turning it over on the center pass. Snodgrass pulls it out now. Emily Zumwinkle turns and fires. Rebound try.
Oh, that was close.
Almost had a goal up off the netting. At the feet of Mobley. 19 total goals scored so far. 9 minutes to play. Our line set late in the first half was 25, so we'll see how it ends up. Huber down the left side, cutting inside. Emily Zumwinkle will pull it out, backhand flip across, looking for Brown. It's knocked down by Grace Zumwinkle. She works back. Oh my goodness, Nicole Hensley.
Dominic Hasek could never.
Unbelievable. Gets a high five from Lee Steckline. Nicole Hensley slams the door. Still 10-9.
Try it again. Try it again. One more time.
Grace Zumwinkle for the two-time. Another save made by Hensley, that time sliding to her right and getting the blocker on it. Is the third time the charm. It is.
All right, all right. You give Grace Zumwinkle 3 tries below the hash marks. She's going to get one of them.
Hat trick for Grace Zumwinkle. White gets their lead back up. It's 11-9.
You know what? Grace Zumwinkle has a hat trick right now, but she is going to be thinking about those 2 plays where she didn't score on breakaways all the way home. That's just the type of competitor Grace Zumwinkle is.
Norcross, full head of steam off the draw. I think she might have caught Maroon by surprise. She's really going
See
for
how
it.
fast she was going there?
Audrey Wethington leaves it for Flaherty, and they score. Back-to-back goals for White. 3-goal lead, 12-9.
Buddy, the Jets are on right now. Team Capital's going crazy.
Yeah, White just kind of turned on the burners that entire shift. And they have a 3-goal lead with 7:11 to go here in the second.
Well, the mortgage is hampering the U.S. middle class. Capital fighting back against the mortgage.
Audrey Wethington, left circle. Out front, Gilday tries to poke at it. And Norcross turns over Barine. Ooh, there's a little physicality as Norcross is tossed down.
Could use an apology for that.
Panic up the left side. Now to the right circle. One-timer. Barine can't put it home. Maddie Rooney sliding across to make the save. 6.5 to play now. Breakaway for Taylor Heisey. Oh boy, here we go. Heisey. Backhand save made by Hensley. Now it's Heisey in the Wethingtons, and Maddie fans on an open net. 2-on-0 back the other way. Emily Zumwinkle with Steckline back and forth. Oh, what a finish. Emily Zumwinkle. Target practice could not have been more perfectly centered up high.
Big hug from Grace. Oh, look at that.
12-10 your score. You could have hung a shooting clay from the top of that underneath bar, and Emily Zumwinkle would have shattered it.
Yep.
It's 12-10, under 6 to play.
Scoring for Division Mortgage, number 18, Emily Brown, assisted by number 22, Lee Steckline.
No.
Emily Zumwinkle with it. They
Zumwinkle with
announced
the
the goal as Brown, but it was Zumwinkle. Steckline now.
Give
with
Emily
inside.
Zumwinkle her moment.
Sam Bros back the other way. There are 3 skaters in this game without a goal. Zumwinkle was one of the 4 before getting that one to go. Emily Brown and Gabby Hughes for Maroons. Sam Bros for White. We'll see with 5:10 to go if we can bat around and get everyone a tally.
Brown, Bros, and
Hughes.
Hughes. Okay.
Maddie Wethington for Heisey. Bros is out there, lurking below the net right now. Grace Zumwinkle and her hat trick are stripped of the puck by Huber. Brown for Barine up ahead, too far for her.
Don't call it.
We've not had an icing call all day, if my memory serves me correct.
There's 4:40 left, and the score is 12-10.
It's going to be a down to the wire finish. Of course, both teams have the double puck, so that is that is a big factor here late into it. Coming way out of her goal to plate is Hensley. And she might be hung out to dry with Grace Zumwinkle, but she'll end up pulling it back out. 4:12 to go from Braemar Arena. It's a 12-10 White lead. It might not be for long. Marine inside. Save made by Rooney.
I think she got caught between two moves there and just ran out of real estate.
Marine up for Panic. Less than 4 to go. Poked at by Gilday. Snodgrass with it now. Looking to center. And it's broken up by White. So less than 4 to play. Neither side has used the Dick's House of Sport double puck. We await the goal lamp being turned on each bench. And it might be the time for White to use it here. Heisey working inside. Save made again by Hensley.
Nicole Hensley is becoming a highlight reel.
Yeah, her save percentage tonight is not going to do justice to the amount of big-time saves she made.
Oh, my gosh.
Mobley glove save made by Hensley. 3:05 to go now.
The Capital coach is on the phone. I think somebody may have called and said, turn on the light.
Brown left side. Maroon bench is ready to fire that switch. Steckline will keep a close eye on both benches.
Don't wait for the last 2 minutes.
Steckline backhand try.
Don't do it.
Is saved by Hensley. 2:38 to play now. The White bench is back on the phone. It would be tragic if they miss it, and now they score. Boy, missed opportunity there as Maddie Wethington cuts inside, stretches the lead to 3. It's 13-10.
Somebody turn on the light.
2:15 to play. It's going to have to be done in the next 10 seconds or they'll end up burning time. White might not even be aware of it.
I don't think they are.
Maroon has lit it. White is not going to use it.
Okay.
All righty.
Yeah, you turn it on too. There you go.
And there it is. We do have both sides with the double puck now. Norcross across for Zumwinkle. Her shot kick save made. Minute 35 to go. 13-10 is the lead. That is just a 2-score lead here late with the hot puck. Panic for Emily Zumwinkle. Save made. Rebound squirts out to the right side. And Maroon will control again. We'll keep an eye on Nicole Hensley as well. Here's Panic down low. Couldn't find it. And now she is shouldered off the puck. Minute 5 now. Grace Zumwinkle looking for the ender, but can't do it. 1 minute remaining here in the second half. Emily Zumwinkle with it for Panic. All but over here, folks. 50 seconds left. 2 goals entirely within the realm of possibility.
Hensley's waiting for the call. I would just go.
Yeah, not the most active coaching effort on either side here tonight.
No, not quite.
They're going to keep this one alive as well. 35 seconds to go. Flip pass up ahead to Audrey Wethington. Can't settle it down. Hensley will play it. 25 seconds left. It's still possible, but they've got to get a quick one. Emily Zumwinkle up ahead. They're over the line. Here's Hughes. Shot score!
There it is. Hughes is on the board.
Gabby Hughes, her first DBL goal. It's a double puck goal. And we just got a little bit more interesting here, folks. 17.6 to go. It's 13-12.
Gabby, 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 Gabby.
Gabby Hughes, the former UMD Bulldog. 17.6 to go. The net is empty for Maroon, and here we go. 13 to go. Emily Zumwinkle. They had some traffic in front. Thought she might try a screenshot. 8 seconds
Emily,
left. Back up for Emily.
There it is.
Long
there
shot.
There it is.
Huber.
There it is.
At the goal mouth. 2 seconds. Whistles blown. And
Just
now
hold the clock. Just hold the clock.
Maroon is out of hot puck time.
No.
They pulled it with about 2:02 to go. The hot puck has expired, so any goal would only tie the game, and we would have a shootout.
Just don't start the clock. Just don't. Dang it.
Oh, they had Hughes on the back door, and she can't put it home.
And the over doesn't cash.
It is a push on the over. 13-12 win for Tradition Capital. What a game. Gabby Hughes made it exciting there late. Taylor Heisey is your player of the game for Tradition Capital. Boy, this is going to be a sought-after MVP puck.
Oh,
I might run down there for this one and just start jumping up and down. And
put your hands up, Will. Put your hands up. She can throw it up here.
no, there's
children.
There's children.
around.
There's children. Great game, though. 13-12 win for Capital. Gabby Hughes made things interesting there at the end with a hot puck goal, but not quite enough for Maroon. A frantic finish. Definitely the tightest women's game we've had.
All the ding-dongs who left at halftime, they missed a hell of a finish. 13-12 with a last-second miss.
Heisey now signing the puck. Oh, she's going to sign 2.
Oh, sign 3.
Inflation has hit the DBL market. Oh, don't tell me the guy's keeping one of them.
Oh, I think they're hanging on to one. You're going to raffle it off later.
I don't know how to feel about that. I think if you sign 2, you've got to give 2 to the kids.
Oh, we got kids down there shaking the glass, trying to climb over. Passion.
A Taylor Heisey signed puck, probably one of the top 3 sought-after items here behind a large Maui Wowie and a Braemar Arena soft pretzel.
Oh, I was going to say an Element TV, but yeah, we can go with blended fruit and a pretzel.
That's
what
just,
a day.
I'm just speaking for myself there.
What a day.
So that'll do it. 3 really good games with Element, Tria, and Tradition Capital coming out with wins. Peter, any final thoughts before we get on out of here?
It was a great week. This might have been our bet in terms of games best week. I mean, we had overtime in game 1. I don't know what else news are in game 2. And then a 13-12 nail-biter in game 3. What more could you possibly ask for?
A great week of hockey indeed. Week 4 of the B League is in the books. 1 week from now, week 5, we'll be right back here from Braemar Arena. 3 more games. Hope to see you then. But for now, we are saying goodbye. For Anna Baining, Peter Rodney, Will Peterson, the entire cast and crew here from Edina, wishing you a very, very pleasant good evening.